Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Magic Show. It's February 10th, 2026. We're live right now, not even coast to coast, worldwide. We're live on YouTube and on X. So I hope y'all are doing great today. Last week's show, we had Medios on and we talked about Battle of Gods. And that whole topic was basically... it was about the new Dragon Ball Super remake. It was the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Beerus that's been announced already for fall of 2026. They're going to go back one more time and enhance the Battle of Gods arc of Dragon Ball Super. It's going to be 6 episodes. It'll be a bit closer to the movie with new things, but that's not all. It has not been announced publicly yet, but you know I'm not going to BS you. And you know that when I say something's coming, it's coming, and it's going to come. Resurrection F will also be getting a new remake. This will be the 3rd attempt at Resurrection F, with the original movie that Akira Toriyama wrote the entire script for. Then you had the TV version, right, that Toei wrote, and I hate the TV version of that arc. This is the chance for them to make up for it and give us the definitive version of the Golden Frieza story and maybe give us some more character growth. So we're going to be talking about all that today. I hope y'all are doing well. Make sure you hit the like button, share out the stream. And if you are joining us on X, remember that my main hub is the Geekdom 101 channel on YouTube. So make sure that you check me out there because we're going to have new videos dropping whenever news breaks all year. I dropped the video on Sunday, on Super Bowl Sunday, and that video was going into the behind the scenes of the upcoming Moro arc anime. And that video got a lot of really good reception. I saw a lot of positive comments there. So that was cool. That was cool. So anyways, this week's topic, Resurrection F. Can it actually be saved? I'm not alone. Let me go ahead and bring in my guest. He's been here before on the YouTube channel, but it's been a while. This is going to be his debut on the Super Magic Show. Please welcome TJ. Yo.
What up, what up, what up? It's been a minute.
I didn't want to call you son TJ because I felt that might be disrespectful, and then I noticed that that's your name on the thing, so I should have just gone with it.
Yeah, it's just me referencing Son Goku's name combining with my nickname. But
yes.
Man, it's been a minute, man. I'm so excited, especially since Dragon Ball is finally back. Not right now, but it's going to be back. And we've been waiting a long time for this, a long time.
Bro,
and I'm so excited.
I said it on Saturday when I was streaming on Twitch. I said, you know what the best thing about the past 2 weeks is? The fact that I don't have to hear when is Super coming back ever
They've been
again.
on your head for that for so long. They've been on your head.
Same thing with even Shemel and Sabin and all those people. When is Super coming back? Now, people are still asking about when the manga's coming back.
Yes,
and look, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. I don't know, man. But let me ask you, bro. We haven't talked in a while as a shoot. I've been doing stuff. You've been doing stuff. So let me ask you, what was your initial thoughts on the event, the Genki Damatsuri, when you saw they were finally doing Moro and Dragon Ball Super Beerus? Like, what was going through your head? What'd you think?
So, man, I've been so disappointed by a lot of their events for a while now because a lot of it just chalked up to them just showing a PNG of Kid Goku. Like, it was all this build up or just show like some fan art of Beast Goku and UI Goku. So I wasn't expecting much. I was just coming in with the mentality like, okay, we might get a little something, but that was actually a real event. Like for once, they actually showed something. I did a reaction on my channel, but I was screaming like no YouTuber like I'm being exaggerated. Like that came from the heart. That came from here. I was so excited for it, man. And funny enough, I missed out on the Dragon Ball Super Beerus announcement because I was like, okay, that's about it. They did the Age 1000 thing. And they did the remake. But then I reacted to it later. It's like, okay, so they're doing both. And they did a lot of people have been saying if they did that in a very specific order, because I'm not going to lie, if they would have released the Beerus remake, I already been checked out emotionally. Did that, They did a great job of doing that shit like the way it was supposed to. My apologies for cursing.
No, it doesn't matter. Not here. You can do anything on this show. Yeah, but yeah, no, it was when I saw the Moro arc, like with the Galactic Patrol, like I was in shock because after all these years, it's not like I didn't believe it. Of course,
exactly.
But bro, after Dragon Ball Super has not been on the air, we're not counting movies, since 2018, bro.
Which is crazy. It's insane. Like, oh my god!
And people have been hitting up Toei on social media. Like there was a time, bro, where anytime Toei posted anything on Twitter or Instagram, hundreds of people bring back Super, Super, where's Super? And of course, they don't give a shit. They don't care. Yeah. But it took them that long. And of course, it's Akio Ioku. It's his doing. I mean, he's the guy. Akio Ioku is the guy who wanted Super to continue in 2019. Yep. That's where that report came from. It did not continue in 2019, but he was the architect behind that. Instead, he and Toriyama went back to the lab, and then they gave us Superhero and later Daima. He's always wanted Super to continue.
Yep.
Now that he's got control, it looks like it's happening. But the question, of course, is the manga, but we don't have an answer.
Yeah, that's our Kevin Feige, man. He was fighting the good fight. I'll say that.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Look, I'm not saying he's perfect. A lot of folks, they've criticized him because his gimmick is bringing back popular things. He's the guy that chose or that suggested to Akira Toriyama to bring Trunks back, to bring Broly, to redo Broly.
Right.
He suggested to make Gohan the main character in Superhero.
I love this guy. I love it.
You know what? Like but here's the thing. Most of that stuff is pretty good.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, they have such selective outrage. They be so fake. That's why I know when people be talking about Dragon Ball Super so whack, has no cultural relevance. Like even the haters were so excited when the trailer came. I was like, people be just so fake. Like, no, like Dragon Ball Super is the modern Daisy. Like, it's popular as shit. Like, what are we talking about? Like, even people complaining, like, I think they did a fantastic job with Broly. I think they did a fantastic job with Trunks. Do I agree with like the design choices and every decision? No, but I think the overarching like theme and what the characters done, I think they're great for the series. So,
and it had problems. There's no arguing that Super had problems, but now is there a chance to fix it? Look, I was against them doing this. I still feel like, especially with Battle of Gods and Resurrection.
Yeah, it's been done a lot.
We've got the movies, bro. We've already got the movies. So I don't know if that's as important, but I mean, the thing about me, bro, I don't know if it's because I'm older than a lot of the fans, but like when an announcement comes out, like nowadays, I just kind of accept it. I'm like, okay, we're not going to get, Moro until next year. Like and I saw people bitching about it. Like, oh, I can't believe we have to wait a year. And in my head, it's like, would you rather wait 5 more? Like, what the fuck? You're getting it. Like,
it's the mature way of looking at things, bro. Because like it's like the same thing. Like I remember when Dragon Ball FighterZ released base Goku and base Vegeta, right? And people had this mentality like, well, they should have been in the game. Like that's cool and all that you can believe in that, but it's a business. And these characters have different stuff. Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. People are looking like, oh, you're just feeding into the machine. Like, no, that's just what it is. Like they're creating a new character that's not in the game. Yes, it should be in there, but it isn't. So you're gonna buy it or not. Same thing with like Sparking Zero with like Super 17. We all know he should have been in the game. We all know.
And now they're putting him in.
Yeah, so it's like you can bitch and moan, but it's here. Like I was gonna make a video talking about. It's like I feel like people have gotten so used to shitting on Dragon Ball Super's weaknesses that when they're trying to fix it, now they feel like, well, it's too late now. I have years of shitting on it, so they can't fix it. It's like, so what do you want? Do you just want to crap on things and let it be trash forever? Or do you want people to actually improve and get better? But now you got to eat crow. It's like, yes, you can still criticize what it did in the past, but if they're trying to be better, they give it credit. Like, it's not that hard. Like, you can say back in the day, the first 2 arcs look bad. And also, what I was going to say about the movies, all thing I say is the movies are cool, but I do have to say they've aged not the greatest of certain aspects. So we all remember Sheeta's animation for Super Saiyan Goku versus Beerus. But the CGI models and how God Goku look, I always hated that shit.
When they're in like the desert area, it's not good.
That didn't feel like two gods fighting. That felt like some shit back in Dragon Ball, like original. So like even Resurrection F, some good highlights, especially Blue Vegeta beating down Golden Frieza in some of it. But the CGI models, like they're not competing with Broly, especially superhero. I thought superheroes gonna look garbage because I had my mindset was the Battle Gods Resurrection F.
Technology improved.
Yeah, so I'm always a fan of 2D animation. So like I wouldn't mind it being redone. And I still say Super Saiyan God Goku in the anime looks a lot better than the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, man, and again, this is one of the reasons why I like having these conversations with you, because I've noticed that, and I've said this before, and this is not a condescending thing I'm about to say. But I think a lot of people in the fandom are way too emotionally tethered to Dragon Ball. Like, I love Dragon Ball, right? I love it more than the average person. But in my head, the way, and I wish more people saw it like this. Right. In my head, right, Dragon Ball ended in 1995. Like, the story of Dragon Ball is Pilaf to Majin Buu and Oob, right? Goku as a kid to grandfather. Super and Daima are just like DLC. It's extra cool shit.
And GT's the extra DLC.
That right. All of it, bro. But like I don't hate any of it. I mean, I hate parts of each one, right? Don't get me wrong. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people are so emotional, and I get it. Like, we had a hell of a time during the first run of Super. I'll never forget that as long as I live. But I do feel like now, maybe because I'm older, like, I don't like, it's not that I don't get hyped up. I get very hyped up, but like when things like, I sort of have my expectations controlled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you know what I mean? And I even told people, keep your expectations low, because when it comes to the Moro arc, look, man, it wasn't like I hadn't heard. Of course, I heard, and many others, that they were going to announce the Moro arc. But like when you hear that shit after 8 years, you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm a little bit skeptical. And I also have a little bit of paranoia of somebody like giving me false information. I report on it and then it doesn't come true. Like, I don't want that shit to happen ever again. You know what I mean?
I don't like, bro, we've been pump faked for years. Like, they've been pump faking.
And what pisses me off specifically, or it used to piss me off, it doesn't anymore, is when 2019 happened and Super didn't come back, I got so much shit from people for years, even though I explained in like 6 videos exactly what happened. I already explained literally step by step what happened, but the haters, they don't care about the truth. They just want slander. And so once I realized that's how they were, I just accepted it. And it's like, okay, well, you're just looking for reasons to hate because you're fucking jealous. So
the truth doesn't matter. The lie is more entertaining. Like, that's just what it is.
The truth doesn't matter, bro. And then they call me the liar. Okay.
Well, like, I want to keep it a stack, right? No matter what happens, Geekdom does not. He doesn't have partnership with Dragon Ball. Like, he doesn't have part owner. Like, at the end of the day, he's trying his best to give you the most like accurate information he can. He doesn't control this shit. So it's like,
you're right.
Yeah, you can be frustrated if he got it wrong or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, go complain to me who actually have control of the shit, not us. Like,
well, that's what happened with the what do you call it? The fusion bugs. I was certain.
But everyone was.
Right. I'm like, they couldn't have just created that idea and not done shit with it, right? And that's exactly what happened. I wonder, bro, because remember, we found out later that Toriyama sent them half the script,
right,
and then the other half later. I wonder if in the first half, right, Toriyama did write in the fusion bugs, but then like when he got to the second half, he forgot, or like maybe he meant to take it out of the first half and just forgot to take it out. Because when Ayakomaki revealed that Toriyama submitted only the first half of the story and they started working on it before they even had the ending, that opened my eyes, bro. So I'm like, I believe now that that's what happened.
You know? It's just to even go back to your point about how original Dragon Ball is from Pilaf to Buu, like,
that's the original story.
Yeah, you know? But even that's the gold standard. We all love it. We all talk about the problems and inconsistencies of that. So, like, if we can criticize the things that we find is like the most amazing thing ever, of course, the sequels are also going to have problems. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect story. So like we mentioned all, bro, like, you know what's funny, right? I recently made a post talking about in Dragon Ball Daima how Super Saiyan 3 Mini Goku had pupils in his eyes. Then the next episode he didn't. Someone in my comments told me, hey, even in the Dragon Ball Z manga, when Goku's fighting Kid Buu, he didn't have pupils in his eyes as he was Super Saiyan 3. Even though that's like a dedicated design of Super Saiyan 3. So like there's always been mistakes. That. Yeah, like I reread, I was like, no, real shit. Like he literally had no pupils throughout that entire fight. And I have the manga. I own it. I have all the Dragon boxes. I do this Dragon Ball shit. But it's like, yeah, even back in the day. So it's like, come on, man, be fair. Like that's all I'm saying. Just be fair.
Right. And the thing is that, yeah, like you said, no story's perfect. And it's funny because like this past weekend, we were watching the Cell Saga. Now I've talked about in the past how the Cell Saga has issues. There are writing problems, but if you go back and look at the stream, it's on Twitch right now, y'all. If you missed the stream, twitch.tv/Big D Geekdom 101. I'm like watching. That's not, by the way, that name has nothing to do with my dick,
know,
bro.
but the emphasis on that made it sound crazy. But go ahead.
Bro, I wish I could rename my Twitch to Real Geekdom 101, but I was told that if I do that, the old one will not link to it.
Oh, okay.
And so like that sucks. I'm stuck with this name for at least a couple more years. I'll change it later. I will. So check it out. So I'm watching the Cell Saga and I'm giddy, bro. I'm like, I know that this shit has issues, but Piccolo aura farming every 2 seconds, confronting Kami. He's like, you're a coward. You know that we have to, and I'm watching it like a fanboy, and I'm like excited and shit. The old shit still gets me hyped after fucking 30 or however many 20 something years. You know?
Like I'll say this, right? Because like people just remember that you can enjoy something without ripping it to shreds. Like, for example, Super Saiyan 3 was getting a lot of criticism for what it did to Goku's character, right? You know, the whole, it was brought in last minute, it makes Goku versus Vegeta feel less special and all these other things. Like, at the end of the day, was it awesome? Was it cool? Like, don't get me wrong.
You're right.
I love storytelling when they have fantastic, like, writing their thing, but even like stuff that people deem as like high class art, right? Like, for example, let's say Lord of the Rings. People in that fandom still criticize certain story decisions. So I just feel like people just need to understand that the people who care about this shit the most are the people who just wants to find like a hot take. Most regular people is like, that shit was cool. Oh, okay, Goku got Super Saiyan 3 by training, awesome. But like people kind of move the goalposts, but like, oh well, for every other transformation, we need to see the training and all the like. You didn't need all that for a lot of other characters. You're just kind of picking and choosing because you don't like that character. Like the same thing with Goten and Trunks. They got Super Saiyan just because, and then people made up bullshit. Well, Goku, Vegeta was already Super Saiyans before they was born, so it transferred like that. You just made that up. Yeah, so like, so when you get mad at Kel and Khalifa, who are older and are more like prodigies, but then you're so focused on the tingly back shit when that's not even a full thing, but that's a whole thing. That's a whole other situation. But it's like people kind of pick and choose, have selective outrage depending if they like a character enough. That's just usually how it goes.
There's always some kind of a bias. Now, what we're gonna do on this stream is we're gonna go into specifically Resurrection F and touch on that. I do have one comment that I saw in the chat that I want to address because I just saw it, bro. It was actually from earlier, but it's not a super chat, but it's something that I need to get cleared up real quick. So MKR says, is the remake going to have Zimmer score or will it be the Moro arc? The only thing that Hans Zimmer has been announced as doing is that promo that we saw going over the history of Dragon Ball. There is no at all announcement that Zimmer's actually doing a Dragon Ball show. Right now, there's no announcement that he's doing Super Beerus or Galactic Patrol. He just did that one promo, so do not get confused. They just brought him in for that. Now, does that mean he won't do it? Not necessarily, but he is pretty damn expensive, bro. So I don't know if Toei's willing to shell that out when they have other composers.
Thanks for the clarification there, because like I don't blame people for being confused, because you're gonna put Hans Zimmer there, you're gonna think,
that made me scream.
Yeah, so I'm like, and I had to make sure I edit my reaction. I was like, hold on, Hans Zimmer, he gets his cut. Let me make sure I mute that.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, bro. I could not believe it.
What?
I just So, all right. We have a couple of super chats that are already there. I actually want to real quick, though, just for a moment, I want to highlight the artist that did the thumbnail, because he's such a great artist, and I really want to help him out real quick. So I'm going to share my screen for just a moment. His name is Jake Plays. He's done art for me before. Please check him out. It's x.com/ART_Jake. He's a tremendous artist. He's gotten so much better throughout the years. Yep. I'm highlighting some of his art right here. You gotta check him out. He did the thumbnail of Golden Frieza for this video, and he's great. I'm probably going to use this as a thumbnail whenever Super Granola starts, but the point is,
a couple years from now.
It's awesome. He's tremendous, bro. He's somebody who just got better and better. So I wanted to highlight him real quick and get back to it. Okay, so we got a couple new members. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Mars. Okay, and Most Cobra. If you think about it, we're about to have 6 versions of Battle of Gods, since the Blu-ray version remade a lot of crappy, bad frames from the OG version. Okay, you're right, but that's not why there's 6 versions.
Yeah.
When they fixed the visuals of episode 5, that technically does not make it a new version. Yeah. However, there's one thing we're all forgetting about. There's Battle of Gods, the movie theatrical cut, and then there's the extended cut, which has the oolong thing.
Right.
And it has more of the fighting. So there's those. So that's 2. Manga's 3. Dragon Ball Super, the anime Battle of Gods arc is 4. Wait, hold on. Battle of Gods 2 manga's 3, 4.
Yeah, you're correct.
What the hell am I missing?
I think you're about to say the
5 is Beerus.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was, but he said 6. Hold on. I think I miscounted, bro. Okay,
Battle of Gods. No rush.
There's 3. Yeah, no, it's 5. It's 5. Yeah. It's 5. But if you count the edited Blu-ray, I just don't count it. But I see what he means.
Yeah, like, because I don't know, because like that's like saying, because I remember Toriyama, he did like a fix-up, or he re-edited his drawings of Beast Goku versus UI Goku. But I'm not going to think that's a whole different version. I just think that's just a final cut of the one that he did.
Yeah, I just think it's like more like a I think it's more like a just a fix. Also, yeah. I want to make this clear to people, because there's a lot of misconceptions about this, and I think my audience gets this, but I've seen the outer internet not get it. Toriyama had nothing to do with the Resurrection F anime. Like, all the shit that happened in the anime version, Go Tanks, Piccolo dying, that's all Toei. Akira Toriyama wrote the script for Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F from start to finish, and he designed Golden Frieza and the blue forms.
Right.
That's what Toriyama did, and he designed Tagoma and Sorbet. That's it. He did not work on the anime, so any of the changes Toei made is Toei, not Toriyama. So I don't want to make this about canon, because once again, there is no canon. But if we do make it about canon, you can't, if your idea of canon is what the creator worked on, then the TV show ain't it, because the movie's what he did.
Also, I want to say this, right? I want to make sure I keep it a being. We all know that Toriyama's the GOAT, forever a legend, but it doesn't mean, even if he was alive or not, it doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything he's done.
I agree with that. Respectfully, as fans, we don't have to.
And people take it such a wrong way. It's like, listen, I can like some things that Toei did more than Toriyama did. Like, just because he's the GOAT doesn't mean I have to agree with everything. Like, for example, I've said it many times, Dragon Ball Daima, despite how as high as I low-key like GT more than Daima. People know I criticize GT a lot. So it's like, yes, I can love Akira Toriyama's work, but I also can criticize the stuff that he made. So just to make that very clear, if I say I like something that Toei did better, it's no disrespect to Toriyama. It's just a personal opinion thing. Just letting people know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that just because he made it does not mean it's perfect. Yeah. But at least the thing I respect most about Akira Toriyama, and this is something that goes into something you said earlier, 2 things. Number one, I think if people read more than just Dragon Ball, I think if people went out there and looked at the rest of Toriyama's works, you'll understand the man better. Yeah. Akira Toriyama, if his choice, if he has to pick between 2 things, do something cool or do something that makes sense, he's always gonna go with the cool shit
every time. Yeah.
Every time. Like
and explain it later.
Right. When he was writing the Cell Saga, he, and this is from his editor, he got so confused about the time travel shit himself that he just said, fuck it, let's just move on, right?
He balled.
So, yeah, he's like, whatever. He's not one of those guys, like, he'd rather, like, make you smile and make you happy than write. He's not, like, one of those guys that's really, like, who would you say, let me ask you a question, who would you say is, like, an author that's, like, really tight with his storytelling? Like, who do you think would be a good example?
People give a lot of credit to the author for the Game of Thrones books,
George R.R. Martin. Well, he might not finish, bro. He's old as shit.
Yeah, but people give a lot of credit to the books. You know what I mean for that. What can I say?
Actually, you mentioned Lord of the Rings. Tolkien wrote like, and he made up entire languages for that shit.
The people who wrote the Dune books, people give a lot of. I think it's one per. I don't know, but the one who made the Dune books, a lot of credit for him as well.
You know what? I'm seeing somebody mention Oda from One Piece. Is that fair?
Yeah, he's been getting some criticism recently, but like you're writing like 1,000 chapter series at their point. My only criticism with him is that people kind of just assume anything's foreshadowing. Like anything, like if he did anything, you just give him the benefit of doubt. When also Toriyama is still a really great writer. Like there's not oversimplified to a same degree. Like there's still some in deep storytelling with character writers from Vegeta, because people love giving Vegeta his credit for his character writing, but to Goku as well, to a lot of characters. So just because Toriyama likes to have fun does not mean his writing is bad either. There's great foreshadowing. There's great storytelling as well. But,
and actually, that was something I was about to say, because my second point is that Toriyama is a great world builder. What I'm worried about, bro, is I'm not worried about Toyotaro being able to tell a good story. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Akio. I'm worried because Akira Toriyama, whether you like his writing or not, is a very creative man when it comes to characters and worlds. This new Demon Realm that he came up with for Daima is so different than what we originally thought. 3 different versions. There's like poor people in the 3rd realm that are jealous of like the Kais in the 2nd realm, because they have like a nobility thing going on. So they've got like almost like in real life, bro, like the wealthy versus the people.
Yes, that was great. That was great.
Right, and then you've got like the red world, you've got like the little portals between them, like that. None of that shit existed before Daima. So Toriyama coming up with that shit, bro, that's what I think he's best at. And with him gone, are we gonna have a writer that's as creative as him? That's what I'm worried about.
You gotta have a nice balance. I think Toriyama was great at delivery and subversive writing, and not a way like to bring back Game of Thrones, like the Game of Thrones TV show at season 8, where it was just like it was obvious that Jon Snow should have just fought the Night King, but it's like, nah, let's do something because that's what they're expecting. And Toriyama was really great with subverting something, but making sure that it worked. Like for example, like with Frieza, how he wrote like, Frieza perfect cell in Boo's final form, saying that they're linear and smaller, but it works because you think that it would just be more edgier than their last form. Like he was just such a great writer when it came to that. Like even me and him talked about it, like with the bugs and everything. I still liked how it ended in Dragon Ball Daima, despite all my criticisms. Like it still is a good way of doing that ending. So like, RP to GOAT. That's all I can say, man. RP to GOAT, man.
And with him gone, man, who knows what else he had in his head, bro? Like, who knows? Like, we will never know. Thank you, Raphael, and thank you, little bro Peanut. All right, we're gonna go through these last super chats, and then we're gonna talk Resurrection F. Cedric Mayfield, one of the best. I appreciate you, Geetham. Thank you. Hopefully, y'all make sure you check out Son TJ's channel. I have a link in the description. Check him out, bro. He's a commentary Dragon Ball. You do more than Dragon Ball, right? You talk about all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but I've been focusing mostly on Dragon Ball. But yeah, I do commentary. I talk about video games, power scale. Not a toxic power scaler, all right? Like I'm not gonna go paragraph for paragraph. I allow you to have your opinion after a point, all right? So
right. Okay, and then Omar Ultra says, speaking of connecting Daima to Super canon-wise, do you think Kibito Kai will be defused at the start of Super? See, that's a good 100%. Question. Wait, here's why. In the movie, he's not defused.
Yeah.
He doesn't defuse in Dragon Ball Super either. However, If you have the Battle of Gods poster that Akira Toriyama drew, there are two things that this is something he drew when Battle of Gods first came out. There are two things about that poster that are serious anomalies that make more sense now than they did back then. One is that Trunks has blue hair, Kid Trunks. So that means that he was already in his head thinking that Trunks had blue hair back then. And two, the Supreme Kai is unfused. Let me see if I can find that image, bro. Because if I have the poster in the other room, here it is. Okay, check. I'm gonna actually show everybody so they can see it. This is something I'll have to do a whole video about this, bro, because this needs to be talked about.
It's a nice topic to talk about because I'm not gonna lie, I got confused for a second.
Well, it needs to be talked about because I think this would explain a lot. Like, I think this would actually explain. Hang on, where is?
And that's one of the Akira Toriyama decisions where you just kind of like, why you had to make it complicated?
Well, I think Toei. I think what happened was he did not tell Toei, and Toei just assumed they were still fused.
It never really was on like 1-to-1 most of the time.
And that's the thing. So right here, for example, you've got Trunks there with the blue hair. This is now, just to clarify what this is Akira Toriyama's Battle of Gods poster. It's not the theatrical poster, it's the one that he drew.
Yeah, it's modern art style.
Right. Yeah, and you can see, and right there, bro.
Yep.
Right there, the Supreme Kai is unfused. What that tells me, bro, is that Toriyama already in his head had it that this dude was unfused and didn't say anything to Toei. And so when Toei went back in to do Daima, they were probably like, so I thought he was still fused. And then somebody else was like, yeah, but what are we going to do? Just put it in.
Yeah.
And so I think that explains that plot hole. And again, this is something people have to be aware of, bro. This right here is proof Toriyama has very little to do with the anime. People seem to think that Toriyama was there writing Dragon Ball Z. Toriyama did not write a single episode of Dragon Ball Z, GT, or Super. He wrote a manga. He wrote manuscripts.
Yeah.
And the communication between him and anybody else is through email. So I believe, brother, with on my heart of hearts, that he already planned them to be unfused. I'm not saying he planned Daima in 2013, but he already had that idea before Daima ever happened.
And let's keep it real too. It's like no one really likes the Kibito Kai design. Like there's a reason why we keep going back to Nahare / Shin's design. Like it's just a better design. Like that's why they keep going back to it. And don't even get me started on the Buu Saga anime and all that, the freaking clone Goku and the clone Gohan and all that problems they made.
Vegeta.
Yeah, because then you go to the they say, oh, it's the true power. You got Vegeta and Super Saiyan beating Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Whatever. Like it is what it is.
Right. And then this question here, did Toriyama work in person with Toriyama? No. Brother, listen to me. People need to understand this about Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama has done all of his work since retirement through email. Right. All of it, whether it be Dragon Ball, whether it be Dragon Quest, whether it be Sandland, everything he's done has been through email with Akio Ioku as the liaison. Now, if you're one of those people out there, because I know you're out there, I can smell you. Oh, Geekdom, how the fuck do you know that? Where's the proof? You don't believe me, Sunshine? If you really think that I'm bullshitting you and you want actual evidence, find the 30th anniversary Dragon Quest special that aired in Japan. It's on YouTube and it's subtitled. In that special, Akio's in it. They go to Shueisha, right? Shonen Jump headquarters, and Akio's there, and they literally show the emails back and forth. Like, this is information that is not, this is confirmed. Toriyama never met with anybody like that. He has hung out with Akio in person. That I know because I have a mutual friend who knows Akio, and he told me that. But Toriyama and Toyotaro, it's all email, bro. It's all email. It's wild too, because how many creators are like that, bro? Almost none. You know, but this guy,
he's very much a free spirit.
Well, he's very much an introvert. What happened with him was that and this is a story I've told before, but we have new people. In 82, he married his wife, and the paparazzi showed up at his wedding. He didn't invite them, but they showed up taking pictures and shit, and he had this like fucking nervous breakdown. So he basically hates going out in public. He's not one of them guys that like he likes being recognized. He hates it. He just wants to be at home and left alone. There was even a sign outside his house that said, "Leave me alone." So that should tell you something.
Yeah, you be on this J. Cole, you know what I'm saying, put on a hoodie around a bike.
I think LeBron did that when he was in Miami, bro.
Yeah, he was going through it during Miami. Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, so that answers that. And then Supreme Kai says, do you think they could bring Cooler into canon by having him be a prisoner that escaped when Moro escapes? Okay.
I don't think that's happening.
I don't think that's happening either.
Yeah.
I have gotten the should they bring back Cooler question now since 2019. And I've answered it, and I'm going to answer it again. Yes, I think they should bring Cooler back and rewrite him like what they did with Broly, but they're going to have to make some serious changes to his character.
Yeah.
And it can still be done. I know there's people out there who say things like, oh, how can you make it make sense? Some think they could have him come in from Universe 6.
I just would have less obsessed with his brother, because like when I was a kid, I didn't really think about it too much, but like everything they have Cooler in is literally about like it's like a dick measuring contest between him and Frieza. Like if you can change his character so he gets a little bit more confident. Because I remember with Z Broly, it's like the same thing, like Kakarot, but he's more of his own character now. So if you can bring back Cooler, and he actually has his own thing, and he's not just, even when he was fighting Goku, when he did in the final fight, remember, I can create a supernova faster than my brother. It's like, you didn't have to. All right, bro, cool. It's whatever, man.
You know what though? I always thought, and I said this years ago in a stream, I always thought that one of the things they could do, bro, is Cooler's with the Frieza's brother, right? Same thing, but Frieza does not talk about him because like they could do a storyline where Cooler was so unruly that King Cold and Frieza like locked him behind some planet.
Right.
Yeah, like Broly, except they put him in like this ice like prison or some shit.
That would be cool.
Yeah, pun intended. And then what happens is Frieza loses to Goku or something. I don't know. Yeah. And then he's like, I gotta go get my brother. And then what they could do a whole story where he frees Cooler. He frees Cooler, right? But here's the twist: Cooler betrays him and takes over the Empire. Yeah, and then Frieza has to go to Goku. See that what I just it's kind of like the X-Men X2 did that. Like a story like that is a great way to bring Cooler in and have it not be the same.
And we might get some lore like what's Frieza's race, and we're gonna go with the Frost Demon's name. That'd be great lore building for that as well.
Banny Entertainment, are they going to have the same writers as DBZ then? Brother, DBZ finished in 95.
Writers? Like, okay, man, yeah.
Like, okay, or some people from different projects, and will they be in sync without Akira? All right. First of all, you're very misinformed, brother. Yeah. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. You are incredibly misinformed, but I got good news for you. Here's the good news. So what you can do, or what you should do, is head on over to Geekdom 101, this very channel. See this video right here inside Dragon Ball Super Galactic Patrol Moro Arc anime version? You should watch this video, bro. This will answer all your questions about how Dragon Ball Super is being made. Literally made that video 2 days ago to answer that question. So check it out. I actually whipped that video up in like an hour and a half. Like I worked on it quick, bro. I was locked in because I wanted to get it out for Super Bowl Sunday. And so check that out, bro. Everybody should check that video out.
Yeah, not to be mean, but that's just a very misinformed take, especially since the manga industry is usually has, editors, but is by the person who's drawing and writing the story, Akira Toriyama. So
right. Well, I think he got confused. I'm not blaming him. By the way, Banny, I'm not making fun of you, bro.
We're not.
I think what he was thinking is if there's not an original manga to act as a storyboard, what do? Yeah. And they do what they've always done. They make their own fucking storyboard, which is what they did for Broly. Bro, Dragon Ball Super Broly and Superhero did not have storyboards. The directors had to make that.
Yeah, the only thing I question is like, because like we already know, well, we'll see what they do with the Dragon Ball Super remake, because that's supposed to be the stepping stone to the Moro arc.
Right.
But I wonder if they're actually going to do like they did in Z, which is actual adaptation. Like, for example, Goku throws a punch, or they're actually going to draw the punch, or they're going to do what they did in Dragon Ball Super, where they're just going to kind of create their own fight scenes. Because there's plenty of fight scenes. I was rereading it today. So
you're talking about if they're going to adapt Toro's manga.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know they are for some of it. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, and I've gone into this a little bit on streams. I can tell you off air if you want.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that the Trunks arc is going to have a lot of changes.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit from the manga is going to be there. These first couple, I'm not sure.
I just want the good parts. Like, leave the good parts of the anime, man. Like,
I know, I agree with you, but they might think that the good parts is not what you think is the good part.
And that's the tough part about this, because people are going to learn the hard way. It's like,
and everyone has a different opinion, bro.
Exactly.
That's
a whole rant about that literally today.
Yeah, shit. Okay, Hugo says, I would really like them to continue Daima. I'm excited about Moro, but I would have been more excited about Daima. How about you? See, that's the thing. This is exactly what me and TJ are talking about right now.
Yeah.
Would I have wanted more Daima? Sure. Like 75% of people just want Super back with the Moro arc. I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. I'm not a big fan. I also want new stories.
Yeah.
But I read the comments, bro. People, and the weird thing about that too is that Moro is, we already know how that story goes. We already know that story. Daima was at least new. Yeah.
And Moro arc is arguably the best arc in Dragon Ball Super history. So for it not to be animated for so long, it's a tough pill to swallow.
And I think people want to play as Moro in the games and UE Vegeta. I think a lot of that has to do with
Vegeta fans been suffering for so long.
Bro, you're right. I mean, bro, Mirrors, there's all these characters that people have been waiting to see. OG73 could be a playable character.
He'd be so cool. Like, and also too, I remember when Dragon Ball Daima was first announced, people rudely so, but it is what it is, said, I don't want this, I want the Moro arc. And Daima, to even mention Dragon Ball Daima's flaws, it's like the whole kid thing. I don't care what no one says. Like, it has its pros here and there, but no one's trying to see the cast get reverted back to kids another time. So it's like, that's one of the best episodes when they was adults. So
I mean, yeah, it's I understood why they did it, because
I understand too. Yeah,
they wanted to kind of depower, and obviously it's the anniversary series, and people saw Goku as a kid 40 years ago. Like, I get all that, but I'm with you. I also agree that turning him into a kid, I thought it was a mistake to do it in GT, and here
exactly. That's the thing I hate the most about GT.
But let me ask you a question. Here's the tricky part.
Okay.
Do you think that we're playing Monday morning quarterback? Meaning, if we were around in 1996 in Japan and GT episode 1 started, do you think that we'd hate it that much then? What do you think? That's tricky. Our brains work weird, you know?
Yeah, I'll keep it a bean, right? Because, like, I've said it many times, like, Dragon Ball Z will be criticized to hell for a lot of things that came out today.
I agree.
But I am very honest about this. Goku turning back to a kid would deflate the audience no matter what time.
Okay.
Like, Goku's one of those rare characters where he can be 40, 50 years old, but he still has a childlike wonder where you don't need to make him a kid. Like, certain characters like Vegeta, it changes. Because, like, okay, cool, like, we see him from a different perspective. Like even Nozawa still agrees that she doesn't see Goku's differently, even though Goku's been through a lot of character development. He's changed objectively, but he's one of those rare characters where he always has that childlike wonder. So, like, making a 50-year-old man that we've seen grown up all this way to a kid the first time was already bad, but maybe he would have been, like, maybe after the baby saga, he went back to an adult, it would have been fine, but he was a kid throughout the entire series. And then you do it again. Well, that was the worst thing about GT. Well, GT had a lot of problems, but that was like top 5, if not 1. Yeah, I don't agree with it.
I think if I were watching back then, I probably would have been intrigued as far as what they would have done. Like, I'm not saying I would have liked it, but I would have been like, okay, why are they doing this? To depower him because he's too strong, whatever.
Yeah.
But I agree with you in that by the time we get Super Saiyan 4 and Golden Great Ape and we're at that part of the series, I would be thinking in my head, okay, he can't go back to being a kid after this. And then he did for 2 more arcs. So I do think that I genuinely believe if they turn Goku back into an adult, not just Super Saiyan 4, like his whole body, at the end of the Baby Saga, I think that might have been a little bit more accepted, bro. You know,
let me tell you this: they were spamming Super
or
Saiyan 4.
It was one movie. You know?
Well, you know how they say Super Saiyan Blue was spam? Super Saiyan 4 was spammed all the time. It replaced Super Saiyan 3 like after that point because Goku needed that form just to do its transmission. Like, I will say this: I think it's a weakness on writing because these characters have always been strong, right? So if you're going to nerf them, I feel like it's a weakness on writing. You should just make the opponent stronger. Like Goku, even in GT, the only thing that was nerfed about him was instant transmission. Like he was still turning like Super Saiyan. Like I don't know.
He's fighting Rule though, and he's like, "You're as strong as Majin Buu in base."
You can argue either Buu hard or Kid Buu. He's still doing crazy shit
in
like
base.
So like, what do we? There's no need for any of that, and that kind of goes back to the point. Is like, look, I'm younger than you, right? I remember I liked a lot of things, but I remember the things I didn't like even when I was like young. I remember Spider-Man 3. I did not like that shit. Like it was cool. I was like, he's not like I was young. Like when you're a kid, you like mostly everything. You remember the shit you don't like. I remember when I saw Goku go from an adult to a kid, I was like, what be on? Like even as a kid, I was like, I remember having the DVDs. I was like, wait, so he's just like this. I thought that was Goten. Where the hell where's my guy? So I was like,
I mean, it's weird, bro, because like for me, it was kind of backwards. Like, well, not backwards. I agree with you that when I first saw GT, I didn't like it very much. But when I saw it like later on as an adult, because you know, like when you first see something and it sucks, you kind of have that emotional reaction.
Not terrible, but it does have flaws.
But later when you get older, right? Yeah. Sometimes you kind of once you accept, okay, that's what this is, then you start to look at it and find things you like about it. I need to do one of these days. I'm going to do a full review of GT. I think it may surprise people because I'm very mixed on GT, bro. Like there are things that I cannot fucking stand, and there are things that I love. It's very up and down, bro.
And the tough part is that like with anything, and we're going to get to Resurrection. I don't want to deviate too much, but it's like with anything that's disliked at first, you get like a fan base that glazes it to no end. It's like the same thing with the prequels and Star Wars.
We're gonna talk about the Resurrection F because Resurrection F was not that good of a movie, but it got glazed when it first came out.
So GT fans start trying to make it seem like it's on Z's level, but it's not. Like I can still like, for example, I remember we had our first disagreement online where I said like, even though I know GT's dub is like way out of sync to what the sub is, but I kind of fuck with the goofy speeches.
I don't even remember that disagreement.
Yeah, it was a long time
I wasn't a dick to you because I probably was.
Yeah. And I just remember
I'm sorry.
Like, it's fine. But I remember I said I can acknowledge that the dub did the most, but I have like a fondness to it. Like I don't really care if Goku's talking in MLK speeches. It was low key fun to me. But like GT is better in the sub. But at the end of the day, I can watch it in the sub. I can watch it in its pure form. I can still say, regardless if I watch it in its pure form, it's not that great. And GT stands need to accept that. Like just because you've been in this fight of being the weakest part of Dragon Ball for so long doesn't mean that you get to bully people to agree with you. Like is even people in Japan did not like it that much, and it's fine. We just like Super Saiyan 4. We just like Super Saiyan 4. We like Gogeta 4. That's all you got, player.
I mean, that goes for everything though. Like you've got, and that could actually bring me to this topic of Resurrection F because okay, let's go back to 2015. All right. So I did not know you until after this movie was already out. I didn't start my YouTube channel until like the month it came out, like right before. And that was not planned. I didn't have this secret plan of becoming a YouTuber, bro. I just uploaded the trailer.
Yeah, you was doing leaks and you was talking about like I think you was the first who dropped that Super Saiyan Blue was going to be blue before we knew the name. We just thought Super Saiyan God Blue or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, right. And I was called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan originally.
Yeah,
and then it was blue
it was like little figures too that leaked.
That's it. Yeah, and I thought it was fake at first, and then it turns out that it wasn't. So, okay, so what are your memories of as a fan, because you know we were a lot younger, the build up to Resurrection F when you saw the trailers? Like, were you following the story like on all the like
I was
coming out in Japan?
I was following all of it, like because you know in America we're just hoping that we get a release here. Like Battle of Gods, I was like that was like a lucky thing. We didn't know it was
took a year and a half.
Yeah, it took a long time. So I was excited for one because you know Goku just had a new design. That was our first time seeing the Whis-Gi. We was like hoping that we've been wrong for a long time now, but we hope we surpass Beerus. Is Golden Frieza stronger than Beerus? Because we had this mindset next villain's the strongest one.
Yep.
And I remember the devastation of people hearing the ending if Vegeta didn't get the win, and that was the funny shit to me. But
yeah, but that's the thing though. He did get the win. He beat the fuck out of him. He just
the
didn't kill him.
the way it went, and that's what a lot of Vegeta's mindset is. If Vegeta doesn't get the kill, it don't count.
Right.
So
yeah.
And then like my devastation that Goku got hurt by a laser beam, which we're going to talk about some stuff that I want changed or done differently. But yeah, no, I was excited, man. And I know a lot of people didn't like Super Saiyan God. Funny enough, people love it now, but people didn't like Super Saiyan God because it made Goku skinnier, and they like the idea that Super Saiyan Blue came out, which is pretty much a buffed up version of it. Even though if you go back to the designs, Toriyama still had Goku skinny. They just eventually made him buff again. But yeah, and they had like the little, but anyway, yeah, people was very excited. And then the Resurrection F song, they took it from a band and made it into the movie.
Yeah, Frieza.
Yeah. So there was a lot of excitement behind it.
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer like 100 times, bro. Just and my mind was racing, and then when I finally saw the movie, like I didn't love it, I didn't hate it. It was just I was like, you know what? I like Battle of Gods more. But after a few years, bro, that of all the Renaissance movies, Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Broly, and Superhero, Resurrection F's the worst one.
Yeah, like I'll say this, right? And maybe I'm too positive. I feel like it gets too much hate because that's what a lot of fan bases do. Like they usually look at the weakest link instead of criticizing it fairly, they shit on it. I rewatched it recently, and I think it flows pretty well. I just think the biggest negatives are the biggest negatives. Like Gohan should not have been that out of shape. Like we saw in the Buu saga, after 8 years of not taking training that seriously, he can still turn Super Saiyan 2. Why is he struggling turning Super Saiyan, right? Even though he's still stronger than everyone, and it doesn't really make sense how he's stronger than Piccolo, who's been trained this entire time, but it's Dragon Ball at the end of the day, right? Yeah. And let's not talk about the mistake that Kurotama did where he said Frieza's power level was like...
I hated that, bro.
Yeah, and that was a mistake.
Nobody checked them because they're so scared. Like,
exactly.
I think they're so scared to say, Toriyama Sensei, this is incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fixed in the TV version, though. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, it did fix some things. Like, you got to give the TV version credit. Like, they fixed Goku turning down the base, but I have a change for that I would like. I don't know if they're going to do it because we also got to remember, too, Toru didn't get to do his version of this story. So there is some changes you can make. Yeah, so you can, and that was for the movie, too.
And that's when he got hired. Those chapters is what led to him even doing the super manga.
Yes.
This is funny. Are we ever going to get another Android saga with new androids? That would be dope. Open up your Google machine, brother. Type in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, bro.
Yeah, it's like
see what happens.
That's literally what we got. We got 3 actually.
I mean,
but I want to say this right here because the suggestion I would like that I keep complaining about. So like I've always complained about Goku dropping his guard thing. That is a thing. Like I remember when he fought Piccolo Jr., right? When he was called Piccolo Jr., he let his guard down, the thumbs up,
blasted through the shoulder.
So my change for that is that Goku will still drop down the base, but Sorbet will try to shoot a laser beam at him. He'll dodge it, and Frieza will shoot him instead.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel like that makes a lot more. Yeah, I feel like that makes a lot more sense because he dropped his guard, but Goku still Goku. He dodges it, but he was distracted. Gets shot because he went down the base.
I already like him more.
Yeah, he got overconfident. He went down the base, dropped that makes a lot more sense than the laser beam shit. I understand why. I understand why that was done, but protects your brand. Man.
This is why you're here, bro. I do want to get to. I want to say this though. So Resurrection F comes out.
Yeah.
And now it's been 10 years, 11 years actually. Yeah. Almost 11, right? And it's got problems.
Yeah.
But even though there's 2 things the anime version did fix, one of them is what you just said, the Frieza line. Oh, no, 3 things. The Frieza line, Goku going down the base, and the wishes. Because Dende's Dragon Balls can do 3 wishes, and in the movie, it's only 2. So they did fix that.
They play it fast and loose with the wishes. With Daima. Yeah, I only give wishes to people I fuck with. It's like oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a new thing. You're like, all right.
And that's bullshit because we've seen villains grant wishes.
Literally, it's like, what are we talking about here?
What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness.
So but besides that, I absolutely despise the Dragon Ball Super version of Resurrection F. The animation is a joke. I've watched it twice in my entire life. I never want to go back and watch it again. I've said this before. Episode 22 is the worst episode of Dragon Ball Super. Like, it's the worst.
Don't talk about episode 5. Talk about that episode. That shit was a struggle.
Well, you're thinking of like 24, I think. 22 is the one where Gotenks fucking they became Gotenks and then unfused in like 2 minutes, and like the Captain Ginyu took over Tagoma. I remember I dropped the review for that episode, and then 3 days later I dropped another review. Like, more anger about episode 22. I hated that fucking episode so much that I did 2 videos on that motherfucker.
It was a hard time to be a Dragon Ball fan during because I would say this, right? Because people, sometimes I don't know, it's so funny how people switch. You can say you love something, then people say, you're a Dragon Ball Z like dick rider or something. But if you say you dislike something, then you're a hater, right? Like Goku's my guy. I've said it many times that Goku's my favorite character. Yeah. But if I say that Goku will lose a fight, oh, you're a Goku hater. Like, that's just how people roll, right? But no matter how much I love Dragon Ball Super, I've said it plenty of times that I wanted to drop Dragon Ball Super during that time when Goku was melting on screen fighting Frieza and everything. Because it gets to a point, because people criticize like Demon Slayer for being carried by animation, or like, there's different series where like animation.
One Punch Man season 3, bro.
Yeah,
that's
Blue
the one.
Blue Lock. Like, there's a lot where like you only can love something so much when they're giving you terrible stuff. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, I want to ask the people, guys, I'm going to ask you guys real quick, which version of Resurrection F of RF do you like more? I'm hoping y'all vote with the right answer here. But
as soon as that poll just doesn't go your way, man. Like, I made a poll, I was like, damn, these people really want that over this. Okay, cool.
I know. And here's the thing. Like, the movie's got its problems, like we talked about, and we're gonna get more into it now. But the show, like, when people say, like, I've actually gotten the question, what is your least favorite Dragon Ball arc? Is it Garlic Jr.? Is it something from GT? No, Resurrection F in Super is my least favorite Dragon Ball arc. Brother, I'd rather gobble the Black Star Dragon Ball's nuts 3 times over than watch that fucking. I hate it, bro.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing, bro. Despite how bad it looks, storytelling is not my least favorite. I still think the Par brothers and that shit in GT. Oh yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much. I can't do it. So, like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely the worst looking, objectively worst looking. But storytelling wise, GT it's got about 2 arcs, and those things like a couple episodes. Like, I just can't. I can't do it.
No, I feel you, bro. I'm not expecting anybody to agree with me. I'm just saying that the Resurrection F arc is so bad. And it's not even just the animation. It's just the fight. It was so, I can't believe somebody looked at that and said, okay, let's put it on TV.
They was being rushed. They was being rushed.
I know.
And it's so crazy that Dragon Ball, like, literally, even at its worst day, is still making more money than like One Piece. Got treated like that. Like, and it's been like, let's keep it being. Dragon Ball's been getting treated like a redheaded stepchild for damn near a decade, despite making so much money. But anyway, like, so let's talk about like some of the stuff we want changed.
Well, I wanted to say one quick thing. No, it's about that, but I wanted to say something about One Piece. I remember another problem that was going on at that time when Resurrection F was coming out. And B Weezy's in the chat, so he can probably.
Oh my god!
He can correct me if I'm wrong about this.
My favorite Dragon Ball Super hater.
No, he's a personal friend of mine, bro.
No disrespect, but you know how he know how you go down on Twitter. He know how you move.
He's great. But here's I believe it was One Piece Film Z, not Film Red. I think it was Film Z that they were making when the Resurrection F arc was being made, and I think all the animators went to that. It was either that, I think it was Film Z. Somebody can check on that for me. What is the One Piece movie that came out in 2016? Because I think it was Film Z, and that's the one they were working on before. And so all the top animators couldn't even do the super shit. So that arc needs to be remade. This is way critical than remaking beers.
You know what I learned from you? Because I was always confused about it. Because Boruto, they took animation from the movie and added upon it. Then you say like
they should have.
So you say like I remember you saying something. Did like Fox holders have some type of hold? They're not trying to pay them for the animation they did in Resurrection F? That's what happened.
I don't. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I
I
don't
might
remember that
have
at all.
misheard that because
No,
I've been wondering,
I
like,
don't think
why
I
didn't they
said
just
that.
use the animations for Resurrection F and just, you know, bring
They could
that
have done that
back?
for Battle of Gods too. I'm with you.
Exactly.
Just
So it's
like, and
like,
that's what they're doing with this. They're taking animation and scenes that are already in Super and they're fixing them up.
yeah, just
Like
use the
Kai.
movie one, man. Like that's what I think they should do. It'll save a lot of time. Just, you know, change the compositing. But yeah, so
Yeah.
like also I think the biggest positive too is them showing training of Goku Vegeta with Whis. Like that's the best change they did in the anime.
I want to talk to you about that. We're gonna get to it. Okay, so we should just dig in now. All right.
Yeah.
Resurrection F. How do we improve it? First of all, the problem with Resurrection F is that it's really lacking a core story.
Yeah.
It has no second act.
Yeah.
Most films have a 3-act structure. Resurrection F has the first act, which is Sorbet and Tagoma wishing back Frieza, and then it goes right to the third act, which is the fight. There's nothing in the middle. So one of the things I want them to do is, first of all, I want them to like you said, fix all the stuff with Frieza's power level and the wishes. But I would like it if we saw more training. I want the second act to be Frieza cut between Goku, Vegeta, and Whis, and then Frieza training by himself or in space or something. What do you think? I mean, you got your own list, but I'm saying, what do you think about that?
Can you redo that? Because I had a question for you. So I was like kind of ready to ask my question. What was the question you asked me? My apologies.
Oh, wait. You want me to repeat what I said?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, well, what I was saying was the problem with Resurrection F is that it's missing that second act in the middle. Right. So I'm think what they should do is give us more of Goku, Vegeta, Whis training and more of Frieza's training, because I didn't like the whole Frieza and Tagoma. I hate.
Yeah, I would like to see Frieza's training. I would love to see that. The thing that I was going to say is, like, I had it in my notes, but I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like, because you saw, you know, when Goku and Vegeta was training, they clashed fists and we saw a blue aura.
I love that scene.
So I would say it is, would you like to see Goku and Vegeta get Super Saiyan Blue in training? We see it, or would you rather them like wait until he's fighting Frieza and then we get the full blue? I don't know which one is more.
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And that is a good question. That's a genuinely good question. The way I see it is, because it's been 11 years and we already know that blue exists.
Yeah.
You might as well reveal it. Like in the movie, because if you remember in the movie, Frieza goes gold first. And then Goku's like, okay, let me show you what I can do. No,
it's a reverse. Goku goes blue.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Goku, you're right. But they didn't show it in the trailers. In the trailers, they revealed.
Yeah, it made it look like base Goku was gonna fight Golden Frieza. That's what they made it look like in the trailers.
Yeah, or at least Super Saiyan God, and God wasn't even in the movie. But we'll talk about that more later. So, the idea was that you're supposed to go into the movie theater, because I remember when the first actual leak came out about that movie. It was from Julian Grybowski, and he wrote, "Yes, the blue hair is real." Yeah. So that's when we first found out, holy shit, this is happening. And then it got released on Heroes. Heroes leaked it and so on. So the point is, it's supposed to be a surprise. But like you said, we already know about it. Yeah. So I think they should have them do it in training.
Yeah, well, I want to see them unlock the form. I think that's one of the forms that deserves that. And we already talked about before. I think Goten should be either take him seriously or don't have him there at all. Well, I feel like Gotenks throughout Super was just kind of treated as a joke. Hell, even Superhero, they do the fact Gotenks was like, at that point, either have him be a serious threat or just don't have him in there at all. I think Gohan should still be able to turn Super Saiyan 2. Like, I feel like he should be like how he was at the start of the Buu Saga, where like maybe he can't get Ultimate, even though it's still kind of crazy that he loses Ultimate that fast after Battle of Gods. But he should not be struggling using Super Saiyan Grade 1. Like, he should still be able to use Super Saiyan 2 to at least that degree. Piccolo should not die. That was a strange change. Like,
I am with you.
Yeah, he shouldn't die. I think Ginyu taking over Tagoma's body is interesting because Vegeta has the whole he took out all the Ginyu force when he comes in.
Him.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting. Just have
you leave it in?
Yeah, I think I would, because Tagoma kind of getting killed off screen in the movie was kind of like, because he has so much, like, they didn't even give you Tagoma's like shades before he wasn't even a thing.
He got killed like in the first act, right?
Yeah, so it's like, so I feel like that was a good change that Tagoma be interesting.
What about the fact that on the movie poster you've got Beerus, Whis, and Tagoma and they don't do shit? They don't do
Yeah,
shit in this
so
movie.
Goku, I feel like he should still be an interesting threat. I feel like Frieza just one tap Gohan. The death beam torture, I feel like that was too much. Maybe I just thought it was too much because they drew Goku like a stick, not Goku, Gohan like a stick figure.
I agree.
It just felt like it was doing too much.
I prefer the one punch anyways because
yeah.
it's a reverse tribute to Fusion Reborn when
Yes.
Gohan did it to him.
Because he just made Frieza explode.
Yeah, and Frieza just and you're down. No, I like that. I want to say too, one of the things I loved about the movie version, I don't know if this is in your notes, but my favorite, and this is me being a fanboy, and look, many of y'all might not agree with me, but I'm just gonna say it. My favorite scene in Resurrection F, bro, is when Goku does the Bruce Lee 1-inch punch.
That needs to stay.
That needs to stay.
And also, I had that in my notes. This is just me being.
You got to be a Bruce Lee fan to really appreciate that.
I want that shit to look like One Punch Man season 1 level punch. Like I want to see the universe shake a little. Even though I know Goku's key master and everything, but that would be so hype just to show you how much more powerful the Super Saiyan Blue is, the Super Saiyan God. 1-inch punch doing the same level of damage, the full punch that Super Saiyan God Goku did. That needs to be in there. Like that needs to. I think Gohan should tap into Ultimate Form while he's charging his ki to get Goku and Vegeta to teleport there.
Really?
I feel like that should be like some foreshadowing of what Gohan is training to get back. I feel like he needs to tap back into that.
I thought the idea was that Gohan started to train after this arc.
No, 100%. But you know how Gohan is. When he's pushed to his limits, he can
when he's angry.
So I feel like if he mind you, he can probably faint afterwards, whatever, but just show that Gohan still got it somewhere in the tank. He's just not trained like he should, but he can still do that. I feel like that'd be a good idea.
Let me throw one at you. Okay. This one's controversial, but it's something I thought they were going to do. Right. Why don't we have a face-to-face confrontation between Frieza and Trunks? And he looks at Trunks and he's like, you look familiar.
Yes.
He's not quite sure if it's the same kid that killed him. That was a missed opportunity, 100%. Bro. If you're going to have Gotenks there, you got to have Frieza. I'm not saying Frieza should straight up kill him, even though it would be awesome if he did, and then Vegeta went nuts. Yeah. Maybe we'll see that. You know what? That's what they should do with Black Frieza. Yes. Black Frieza, you know what? This is it. I'll tell you right now. Let's not even have Goten Trunks in this version. Frieza's never met Trunks, never met Kid Trunks. But we do Black Frieza after End of Z. Kid Trunks now looks like Future Trunks. He sees Future Trunks. Frieza fucking death beams him. Vegeta goes nuts and kills Frieza. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
That's how you should do it. That's how you should fucking do it.
It just kind of reminds me of the missed opportunity of Future Trunks not being in a Tournament of Power, because I would have loved that interaction, because his interaction with Frieza, his interaction with Android 17, all that would have been just amazing. But again, we know how this shit is going to be. It's 6 episodes. They're not going to take away, they're not going to change it, but they might with Resurrection F, because that shit was melting on screen. But for a lot of this, they're going to try to take what they've done and add upon it. But I think that's a cool idea.
But I think Resurrection F has the most potential.
Yes, has the most potential.
But like you said, I don't think they're going to do that many. Like, I would have loved to have seen Golden Frieza fight Majin Buu and actually win that fight.
Yeah, Majin Buu, I forgot about that. He's not in there.
He was there.
He was asleep. He was doing the sleep thing.
Well, right, but also in that Rumble, like Yamcha wasn't there, like 18 wasn't there. I thought it would have been cool, bro. And let me ask you this, because somebody recommended this like 2 streams ago. What if, to tie it back to Daima, they get Majin Ku and Majin Du to join the Z fighters against Frieza's army? Would you be down for that, or is that way too like
that's crazy? But that all depends on they actually do the work they need to in Battle of Gods. Like, they got to mention Super Saiyan 4. They got to mention why.
True.
They got to put the work in, because like we all know Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball. Like, you even mentioned it before, it's like Kirito would just do shit because it's cool. At the end of the day, if they tell us that Dragon Ball Daima is canon and they just didn't do anything to make it seem like it's canon, we just gotta take it. Like
Toriyama made it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like we've done that a lot of times. Why Goku didn't use Super Saiyan 3 against Vegeta? We just kind of like, well, he didn't want to hurt his pride. Goku never said that shit, but we just gotta assume that, right? So it's like we gotta assume a lot of things. So Hey, if they
No,
do
and
that,
I agree with you in that I want clarity. That's what we're looking
Yes.
for is clarity.
Yeah, because
Right.
like I was said it because I made a video talking about if Super Saiyan 4 Goku should fight Beerus. It's like either they do the work and Goku actually turns Super Saiyan 4, or at least have a dialogue that says, "Oh yeah, I haven't been able to use that form since my magic ran out," or something like
Right.
just
Yes.
something.
I agree with that. And here's the thing too. I do hope, because when I saw the movie, my favorite stuff was the Rumble. I like
Yeah.
Jocko. I like Master Roshi.
But yeah, Android
I
18
hope
should
they
have been
keep
there.
that.
Yeah, like
Well, I would
Android
like it if it
18,
was
yeah.
18 and 17, but you got to save 17.
Yeah,
for the
17's
POP.
got to be Turbo to Power. Like,
Right.
yeah, that's
But-
too early.
But can you imagine if they had like, fuck, this is what I, in
Yeah,
my
17 will
fucking,
beat Frieza's ass if you think about it.
bro, in my head, this is a wild idea.
Yeah.
Bring in fucking Devil Man, Mummy Man, all the
Yeah,
Baba
that's
fighters.
that's way after.
Bring in all the tournament people from OG Dragon Ball, like
Yeah.
Giron and Yam, and all these fucking like characters we haven't seen in years, and let them fight Frieza soldiers. Bro, I'd lose my mind if they're not gonna do it.
What's this in-game launch gonna come in with a rocket launcher?
Mr. Satan. No, Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan shows up and all the OG Dragon Ball characters are behind him, bro.
Because it with a shield.
Evil bit.
Oh, that'd be insane. All right,
dude, imagine how awesome that would be.
I know you would love that.
We haven't seen them in years.
Yeah.
Like, fucking why not?
I
bro?
guess that kind of reminds me when DBZ was coming out. I remember like when we saw launch Durahanda. I mean, that was the moment. Like, oh my god, Aider, like crazy
bro,
stuff.
I love that. Yeah, because we actually see Devil Man helping out. Like,
Yep.
And that's why I think that even though a lot of people think the Cell Saga should have been the end, I feel like
oh yeah, the Boo Saga got so much stuff in it that's good.
That's what I'm saying. The Spirit Bomb stuff and that final part of the Boo Saga wraps everything up real nice.
Yeah, there's some interesting writing choices, but like I think Cell Saga is probably the peak, but the Boo Saga is still a great thing. I would say
go ahead, give me your next one.
Yeah, I would say Goku should use Super Saiyan God. Wait,
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I feel like they should show how Saiyan Beyond God works if they're going to keep that concept. Because, like, we already know Goku most likely going to absorb God in his base. But I would think that, like, have Goku, because in the anime and the movie, they do it differently. In the movie, Goku just dominates Frieza in his final form, right? I felt like, like the anime, even though it was done terribly, I feel like Goku and Frieza should be kind of fighting more equally. Goku shows God in, while fighting final form, and then he fights Golden Frieza for a little bit, then goes Super Saiyan Blue. What's Super Saiyan? What's Golden Frieza's weakness is starting to appear, or something like that. Like, make Super Saiyan Blue look powerful.
I would like that a lot. I think actually, hold up. I think there's a super chat about that. Okay, well then, this is a super chat. Look, we've got 5 super chats, but I want to jump to this one, guys. If you're sending super chats in, I will be reading them. Just be patient. But I want to address it with TJ now because we're there. So this is something. Hayden says, I want them to show Vegeta going Super Saiyan God. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. It's just how much we're going to fit in 6 episodes. But
yeah,
no, I
think
think
6 or 7, but yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I think anyway, I think Super Saiyan God, we need to see Vegeta turn into that, right? Like, if we're going to get the answer, was it a ritual thing, or he just trained his way into it? Yeah, because I remember in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, they had the thing like Vegeta went through the ritual, even though it's a whole different thing. But yeah, I would love to see that. I feel like there's just too much kind of just skipping through it, and now we have Goku and Vegeta both on the same level when Goku's in a whole stratosphere different in Battle of God. So yeah, let
me ask you this: how would you feel if when they show Goku and Vegeta training or fighting each other, that they're in Super Saiyan God then?
That'd be fire. That'd be fire, because it kind of reminds me in the manga, right, when we saw Goku and Vegeta fighting before the Universe 6 arc, right? Like, it was a little bit before that. Goku was fighting Vegeta, and Goku was pretty much winning until Vegeta went Super Saiyan Blue. I just think it'll be like, also too, like, even though it's cool that Vegeta earned Super Saiyan God by himself, just the very concept of doing that is insane. Like, how did he even accomplish that? Like, I know he was trained with Whis, but like, how? It's a ritual form. I don't know. Like, they could really break that down. That'd be cool to me.
He mastered God Ki. I mean, I did a I did a video about it that hit 1 million views, so a lot of people were curious about it.
Yeah, it's a very
and all they really have to say is he mastered God Ki. But you're right, I want to see it. I don't want to hear. I want to see the shit. You know?
Yeah, because like again, I think it's a cool thing. Because like when you look at the concept of Super Saiyan God for both Goku and Vegeta, right? Goku had to get Super Saiyan God, even though he doesn't want to use the powers of others, and like he had to kind of deal with that facet that he's the reason why he became Super Saiyan God because of his friends and family. And then with Vegeta, it's like he caught up to Goku on his own, but later on in the series, he has to learn to use his masters to keep up with Goku. Like it's an interesting storytelling with how they handle that form.
Right. And I'll tell you what, man, a buddy of mine told me the other day, yesterday actually, that he reread the Granola arc and he's like, dude, you need to reread this like and binge it.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it later this year, but a lot of people said that the Goku Vegeta relationship and rivalry in that arc is better than we remembered. I'm gonna revisit all that shit this year
because we made a video together and we was both criticizing True Ultra Instinct. You can check it out on my channel. We kind of, I feel like I want to redo it because we really didn't like that arc when it first came out and the way they did things. But I don't know, maybe I'll go back and reread it. Maybe we could talk about it again. But yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, because there's gonna be something. There's always gonna be something to talk about.
Yeah.
So all right, now let me ask you this: is there anything you want to add to the? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Okay, let me get your thoughts on this idea. Now, this is wacky, but it's something that Akira Toriyama would do. I want to see Frieza train, but none of that fucking Tagoma shit. This
you talking about Rocky? You talking about Rocky?
I've told you this idea before.
Yeah.
I've told you this idea before. He's gonna be wearing the hoodie that Rocky's wearing, and he's gonna be running around space. And he's gonna be bench pressing 2 moons and planets and shit, bro. Can you imagine how awesome? That's what I want to see. Frieza, they don't actually show him unlocking it, but like maybe he could like fucking power up and it goes gold for like a second, something like that. You know what I mean? I would love that.
It'd be a perfect balance of comedy and
and Tagoma's like Mickey, bro, with the whistle and shit. More, bro. Why couldn't they do that?
That'd be so cool.
Toriyama would do some shit like that, bro.
It kind of reminds me how how did Frieza find a hotball time chamber and when he became Black Frieza? Just certain things are just like. What did I say? But Super Saiyan Blue should look just like how it does in the Broly movie. Right? I think we pretty much accepted that those colors are the new colors of blue. Like even when we saw the announcement of the garlic.
Well, I hope they get the animators from that movie to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That too, but compositing because we already saw it in Battle of Gods that the aura has just been changed to the Broly movie one. They've given up the Battle of Gods Super Saiyan God aura because a lot of people it's really hard to replicate that 2013 Super Saiyan God aura. So they had to kind of switch to the Broly movie. But because we see in Sparking Zero and everywhere else, that's just the new blue aura, right? And again, I like the original blue aura, especially in Resolution F. I thought it was pretty cool. But I think the superior one is the Broly movie aura. So make sure the hair shading, the aura, all that. And we mentioned it earlier, the 1-inch punch. That shit needs to look devastating. I rewatched it. I still like it, but it did not hit like it should have hit in the movie. That thing needs to be universe shaking, devastating punch.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you about a specific scene in Resurrection F. I can pull it up if you want. Okay, did you think it was weird? Because even to this day, they should have cut this shit out. Remember how early in the fight Vegeta starts to swing on Goku? I would cut that out, bro. Because I know that they're still rivals, but it just seems that with Frieza there, knowing Vegeta and Goku, they would probably put that aside till they got rid of
it makes Frieza look like a chump.
And then Frieza was like, "Oh, maybe Vegeta is on my side."
That plot line. I was rewatching it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's dumb. Why would you think Vegeta?" He has a whole family. It just doesn't make sense to me personally. I understand that's in the movie, but Frieza actually believing just because that little skirmish that Vegeta would do that. No,
it's dumb.
You tortured Vegeta before you killed. I just think that was, and they have the ability to have Goku drop down the base because of how stupid it looked in the movie. They should understand that Frieza even thinking that Vegeta would be on his side. No,
like you said earlier. The finger blast with the ring attack in your version, Goku dodges it or maybe smacks him out of the way, but Frieza gets him from behind.
Frieza should have always been the one to deliver that attack. It always should have been that. I understand.
He gets distracted, and then bam.
Yes, because I understand, it's in fighters and everything like that, that Frieza has his sorbet shot. But I just think for the betterment of Dragon Ball as a whole, Goku should drop down the base, either smacks the ki blast or dodge the ki blast from sorbet, because it just shows Goku's being overconfident, think he has the situation controlled, then he gets shot by Frieza. I think that makes a lot, especially Frieza, he's already in golden form. It'll just make a lot more sense.
And Vegeta's like, you idiot. You let your guard down. Yeah. Which is
kind of
the truth.
Yeah, because the let your guard thing, let's be real, it's overblown. Goku's really, he's done it before, but it's not like a character-defining thing. But if they're going to have that in there, then make it make sense. Make it look decent. Like, okay, even though, you wanted Goku to win because he did win the fight, it is what it is, right? And this is unrealistic to me because I don't know. But if you're going to have it where Golden Frieza blows up the planet, right? Because Big Bang attack his ass. I don't know why, it just doesn't work. Have it rewind time and Goku talks to Vegeta telekinesis and tells him to kill him now and have Vegeta do the
Oh, you're flipping the whole thing around.
Yeah. Like I feel like, reverse time, but have Goku tell him mentally, do it now and allow Vegeta to get that win. So we can finally have Vegeta fans to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I would love that.
I like it, but I'm going to offer a counter argument.
Okay.
Here's why. I actually love the idea, but there's another way they can execute that I think could keep the original version. And okay, so in the original version, Vegeta's about to kill Frieza, and he says no more resurrections. And then Frieza's like, no, fuck you, and then blows up the planet. I mean, he didn't say fuck you, but in my version, he did. Fuck you, monkey. Yeah. So, okay. So what I think should happen is they leave it exactly the same. Later on, when Black Frieza has been defeated, Vegeta does the same shit, and he says no more resurrections. And this time, I'm going to make sure there's no more resurrections. And he hits him with a fucking Hakai. Remember, Hakai wipes you out of existence. Yeah. You don't go to hell. So I think Ultra Ego Vegeta should be the one. So basically the idea is Vegeta remembers that he fucked up in Resurrection F, and now he's like, not this time, and he Hakai's him, and at that point, Frieza can never come back again. We are writing him out of the series forever. I'm not saying it has to be the next arc. Yeah. I'm saying down the road when they fight Black Frieza, that should be when Vegeta kills him, because then at that point, right, Trunks killed him, Goku killed him, Gohan killed him in Fusion Reborn. Vegeta never did, but this time he's going to get the last kill because he's going to Hakai his motherfucking ass. That's the way I want it to go down.
I would say that could still hit if Vegeta kills Frieza in Resurrection F. I think that's still
but not as much. You know?
I agree with that. But like, let's think about it, right? Resurrection F, we didn't get Tora's version, right? And I don't think that arc is a canon event that Goku has to kill Frieza. Like, it still works either way, depending on which one kills him. I just think it'll be a lot more satisfying, and it'll get people to watch it if instead of Goku speeding up and blast. Because let's think about it, right? I'm a Goku guy. I laugh at Vegeta fans when they do stupid shit, but let's give it a beat. Goku speeding up, blasting is faster than Vegeta right there.
I've always had a problem with that. So it's I agree with you.
I think
he should have. You know the way it should have gone down, bro?
Yeah.
Warp Kamehameha, just like Cell gets
that would have been better. Yeah,
right behind him and blows him away. That's the way it should have done it, bro.
Doing it like teleporting, but like because this also kind of reminds me of the Daima shit, right?
Toriyama, I love you, but damn, you know,
it's very rare that when Dragon Ball has a Chekhov gun, they don't use it. That Dragon Ball Daima was the first one where you had a Chekhov gun with the fusion bugs.
The fusion bugs,
and they don't do it because they had a Chekhov gun with Whis being able to turn back time, and they did it with the Xeno button. They had a Chekhov gun, right? So I feel like no matter what, that Chekhov gun is going to happen. Whis reversing back time, but right. I just feel like it's because the certain things has got to happen in the series for the series to work, right? You know, like Goku's got to get the heart virus. Like certain things got to happen. I don't think that Goku killing Golden Frieza instead of Vegeta doing it is like, you know, it's going to destroy the series if Vegeta does it. Like I think I put it in a realistic point because, you know, Kira Toriyama. But I think it'll hit better if Goku tells, like, because Dragon Ball Z fighters have always been able to talk to people telekinesis wise. So like, tell him, kill him now, like he did to. Remember when he was talking to Gohan to kill Cell? Instead, this time, you know, Vegeta's more mature. He respects Goku as like a teammate,
and Vegeta's not like Gohan.
And blast him. Yeah, so it'll blast him. So again, I know it's out there. I just want these niggas to shut the fuck up. Like I love Vegeta, my best friend. He loves Vegeta. But I feel like that'd be a great way to handle it instead of Goku taking it, in my opinion. Just because, like, just give Vegeta fans something. Because Vegeta fan, he was cooking in Daima. Like, he was cooking. Just
Right.
let him have that.
And I'm with you, the only reason as to why they should not do that is if they really are planning to do the Hakai thing. And I know what you're saying, they can still be valuable.
Because to give you a credit, right, it only relies that they do that for Black Frieza, right? Because like a lot of people are hoping
which I hope
Vegeta,
they do, because it makes sense. Like fucking,
you gotta hope Goku and Vegeta get to such a strength level because Black Frieza is around Beerus' level, whatever you want to say. Whatever.
This would have to be down the road.
So,
This
you gotta hope that Goku and Vegeta finally surpass Beerus now. Like you gotta hope. If Vegeta can pull that shit off.
Well, here's the way they could do it. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah.
Let's say they fight Black Frieza, but let's say they use Ultra Gogeta, which is Gogeta with instinct and ego. Yeah. That's the strongest fusion in history. And Gogeta fucks up Frieza so bad that he knocks him out of Black into his base.
And then when they defuse, then Vegeta has his moment.
Right. They defuse, Vegeta goes up to him and he's like, this time, no more resurrections for real. Hakai, dead.
Yeah.
People, brother, I'm telling you right now, if they do it like that, everyone in the fandom will scream, bro.
Yeah,
they'll
agree
throw babies in the air if they do it just like that, bro.
Yeah, again, it would hit harder, if Vegeta didn't already kill him before, but like
that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I like your idea.
I'm
just saying that if they do my idea, they would have to. We're in the same boat, but my thing is to make people wait longer for it. Like, like when Goku lost the first 2 tournaments in Dragon Ball and then won the 3rd one. But this time Vegeta's like, I got to do this.
Yeah, like because like we haven't really seen anyone win a 1v1 in Dragon Ball, and that's the end of the arc in a long time, right? Like it's been since like Goku versus Frieza, where like a 1v1 happened. That's just the end of the arc. Like they won solo dolo. Like even with more, it's been a long time. People should know the story. But like Goku was dominating Moro 7-3 and UI, but they still figured out a way to get everyone involved.
Right.
And Goku used UI again and beat
Vegeta Broly. Do you count that or no?
It's still a team effort, I guess, because it's Goku and Vegeta. Yeah. So like I think it's just been a long time where a 1v1 happened, and that's just the end of the arc. The one, even with Gohan versus Cell, Goku came back from the dead and still help out his son. So it's just rare, right? And I think that'll be like one of the rare fights that, like, even though, let's keep it real, he didn't really beat Prime Golden Frieza. He beat him while he was weakened. But I don't know, I just think that would be an interesting change. Like, I'm not saying just make changes to make changes so people can watch, but I feel like make changes that get people to be like, okay, I like this version better.
Yes. Well, that's it. Right. They should.
Yeah.
So I've got a few more. We got 12 super chats to get through. Let me see if we can catch up real quick, and then do you have anything? I'm sure you have more, right?
We're like one more. End. Yeah.
All right. So before let's answer these questions, but I also wanted to say, I don't think they should kill Piccolo.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, don't kill him. I said that earlier too. Yeah, don't kill Piccolo.
Yeah, don't kill him. There's no point. Okay, here we go. Junior says, hello, is it me you're looking for? I don't know what movie you're quoting, bro. It went over my head. Bob Zor, I remember buying burned CDRs off eBay back in 2001, to watch on my comp with fan subtitles for GT. Me too, bro. I think the website was super5.com. They had full GT episodes after they aired in Japan. Really bad video quality, bro. That shit was like it was horrible.
I remember me fighting for my life to get them Super Saiyan 4 toys and Toys R Us. It was so hard to get those things.
Are you talking about the American ones or the Super Battle Collection?
The American ones, where you had the hand was always stuck like this. I have it right here. He's just saying like this hand is stuck like this.
Yeah, because you keep like SH figures, you can take the hands off and put different kind of hands and shit.
I was a little kid, man. I wanted that bad.
Yeah. I remember those. Yeah, that era. Okay, so Ghost Dog Ronin. Do you think Frieza has a bigger plan to get stronger and eventually take out the gods after he masters Black form?
100%.
Yeah, I've done videos about this years ago. Check out the After Dragon Ball Super playlist. I've talked about that type of shit. And yes, Frieza himself, it's not even a maybe. It's not even a do you think.
100%.
Frieza says it himself in the Tournament of Power.
Yep. 100%. That's his
like,
goal.
yeah, but how he's going to do it, I guess we'll find out. Super Saiyan 4 MUI. Tanking the punch from Frieza is my favorite scene. I think he's talking about the part where he hits.
Yeah, before he does the 1-inch punch. Yeah,
I like that scene too, bro.
Yeah, that was fire.
David says Arale versus Frieza. Listen,
Arale.
all right. Yes, I would love to see it, but I don't know, man.
Well, it was current Frieza because, like, I don't know. If you remember Beerus, he pretty much just killed people that's our gag characters. So if he gets to that level, then most likely Frieza. But
you're saying Frieza could take out gag characters?
Yeah, if he's around Beerus's level, if we're showing how he did it and he killed it, then yeah. Because Dragon Ball characters already have gag powers that were going by Goku back in the early Dragon Ball, where he busts through a manga panel while fighting Yamcha. But
and that's only in the manga. They couldn't do that for the anime. One of the things they did do in the anime of Dr. Slump is they had Arale break the film reel. Yeah, and I posted on social media years ago, like the film cracks and the guy tapes it back together and shit.
Yeah, so that's the real gag character, Saitama fans. Yeah, I said it.
You ain't lying, bro. Arale burps all 13 universes. There's 12 of them, though, bro. Where'd you get the 13 from?
Well, is there other universe that was like deleted? Maybe he's going by that logic. I don't know.
Demon Realm. If you want. I don't think.
Yeah.
All right, Blues Clues 2099. Goku goes 100% but drops his guard. Vegeta lets the chip off his shoulder but stays tense. Not quick enough. Goku and Vegeta use only SSB to adhere to Whis' lesson. Fail due to their natures. No SSG, please. So he's saying not to show Super Saiyan God at all, which is what the original. I mean, it kind of sounds like he wants to be the way that it was in the original, which, I mean, it's probably going to be, like, if we're being realistic, it's probably going to be the same shit. But I do wish that at least some of our ideas were used,
Well, I would say this, though. Like, I kind of think if it did happen, Super Saiyan God would have showed up. Super Saiyan God was in every arc of the manga. Like, every arc. So I just highly doubt that Super Saiyan God be left out here because it'll be counterintuitive what's happening afterwards. Like, I think there's a high possibility. Like, don't worry, I love, like, as a power scaler, I love the idea of Goku absorbing Super Saiyan God and stacking and stuff. But it just feels like Goku used Saiyan Beyond God, like using the God form as base. But I think it's not too much to ask for Goku to, like, instead of fighting in base, uses the God form. Like, it'll also see Super Saiyan God go blue, like we saw in the Broly movie. Like, I feel like that's not unrealistic, in my opinion.
How do you feel if they do what he did in the manga version of the Trunks arc or the Universe 6 arc, where he uses red as like speed and he goes to blue for the blow? Like, if he switches between red and blue, do you think? What do you think about that?
I would like that. Again, that goes into the whole thing because people are trying to remove Blue Kaioken from the Universe 6 arc, even though Blue Kaioken is in the manga.
I've seen people
I did a video today showing that Blue Kaioken and Blue Evolved are both in the manga. But yeah, I think that'd be cool, but I feel like it'd be a little bit early because I feel like that's Vegeta's thing in the future Trunks arc if they're going to keep that. So, like, but I just think Goku should go God while fighting Final Form Frieza, then go into blue afterwards, just to show people. Because remember that time where people dead ass thought that God was stronger than blue because of how it looked paired.
Bro,
okay, so it would show you. Yeah, it would show you that. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna tell you sparked my memory, but go ahead.
Yeah, that was a time where people really thought because of how they made blue look compared to God, like, and then like when Golden Frieza was told they was weaker. It was just this whole confusion because people didn't know how much Beerus was holding back. So it made Goku look weaker than what he was.
That day, fuck, man, you unlocked the trauma bond on my ass,
people was like, oh yeah, like Super Saiyan God is faster, but Super Saiyan Blue is stronger. No, Super Saiyan Blue is better in every way but standard.
I remember that was the first time that I actually and I regret the way I handled it, but I actually went to war with the entire fandom because literally the quote was red is a stronger color. That's all Toriyama said, that red's a strong. And this came out before blue even existed. He said red's a stronger color. And certain Dragon Ball YouTubers, certain anime YouTubers, I'm not going to name names, because this is 11 years ago. It doesn't matter anymore. Because there's reading comprehension issues in this fucking fandom, thought that Toriyama saying red's a stronger color is that red was stronger. And I made the fucking video and everybody jumped. Everyone jumped to make the video. Hey, everybody, guess what? Just got revealed. And I was like, no, stop, no. And I had to make my debunk, bro. And I made my debunk, but holy shit. And
it's
like,
hard to fight the machine, man. It's so hard.
No, earlier today, I actually talked to somebody on Twitter, and I was trying not to come off like a dick.
Yeah.
But he's like, did you know that the reason as to why Cell wasn't in Tournament of Powers because he's hard to animate and Toriyama hates it? And I wrote back and I'm like, bro, you're
Is
taking
Toriyama doing animation now?
No.
you know, but you know what I'm saying?
No, here's what happened. He took a quote from Toriyama from years before Superhero when they asked him about Cell, and he's like, yeah, it used to annoy me to do all the spots. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And that's become Akira Toriyama left him out of the Tournament of Power because he didn't want to draw him again. It's like,
bro, they'll take one thing. Like we both, we'll have $1 million and something dollars, and we heard every Akira Toriyama said this that he didn't say, or they'll take something he said and stretch it to extreme. Because I know what you're talking about, but I was just being a smart ass. But saying like Akira Toriyama doesn't animate things; he draws.
You're right, though. He does.
Yeah. So it's like,
but it was like I hit him up in the DMs, and I'm like, bro, you are taking a quote out of context. You're basically spreading misinformation.
Yeah,
like that's what you're doing.
And Dragon Ball fans unfortunately do that shit all the time because it's just so easy. Instead of actually making the argument or doing your research, to say Akira Toriyama said something and now you're bulletproof. Like people just kind of do that all the time. So yeah, I understand.
At least once a week, bro. And I don't use the internet like that. At least once a week, I'm on some Instagram pages saying this is false information. Like at least once a week, you'll see my ass on there,
bro. Like
it's just fuck, bro.
I've been going through the Blue Kaioken thing, and I'll just say, listen, on the official website, it says Kaioken. They'd be like, well, you can't use that. All right, but you're using the TN line where he says it's the same principles as Kaioken, and Krillin next line, the Kaioken after all this time, but you ignore that line, but you trust TN. Like it's like, y'all, what are we doing? Like,
no, bro. No, the best one was, in Dragon Ball Super when Goku got Super Saiyan 4, he had it the entire time. But they just ignore the fact that 2 episodes earlier, Neva used his magic to unlock it. Oh, he had it. That's not what Goku said. Goku said, I knew there was a form above 3, but I didn't know how to access it. Neva had to unlock his fucking genes inside of him. Yeah, that's a fact. And motherfuckers, how the fuck do you ignore something that happened like 2 episodes before?
I would say this. I was mad because I can understand the misunderstanding with that because how casual Goku was with that form. I think that's what gives people the frustration. It's like
Goku's always casual, bro.
Yeah, he just named it Super Saiyan 4. And it's like, all right, but like,
why? The next number.
Yeah, so like you're not gonna talk to Neva and say like, hey, thank you for it. He's not gonna give him no shout out. He's just like, I knew I could get it, but you're not gonna talk about how you got it. It's like
no, and then here's the one that pisses me off. So I basically said, okay, magic is what unlocked the form, and then Goku could do it, figure it out afterward. And I said that people were telling me that I was wrong and that fucking Goku. I'm like, did you fucking watch the same show I watched?
Yeah.
I think what happens, bro, is that some of these people in this fandom, right? I think that a lot of them want to be right so bad, and they want either me or somebody else who's in a position of authority to be wrong. And it's like, no, you're a fucking moron. Like, use your fucking brain.
People rather tear shit down than build things. So it's just easier to do shit. It's just easier to tear people down than build them up. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, next one. Height Shekalan, bring back King Cold, train with Frieza, see him in different forms. Goku versus Frieza, Vegeta. Goku versus Frieza and Vegeta versus Cold. Cold can die, stay dead, no harm done to overall Super. Bro, it's gonna be 7 episodes.
Yeah, I feel like that's doing too much.
You're literally creating. Bro, this man is writing a different story at this point.
Yeah, like we gotta remember, like we said many times, like they're gonna be making changes, and especially Wrestling Now, I think they can make the most changes. But don't expect like a wildly different story. Like we still going to have the same storylines in Future Trunks and stuff. It's still going to be that. Like, and people also think the manga and anime have different continuities, but they still end the same way. Like, there's not like they're completely different stories. Right. Like, they're still around the same ballpark.
I'll be honest. I'm not even completely against them bringing King Cold back to life. It's just, with Resurrection F, I just don't see that being the case. I actually liked it better when Frieza was like, yeah, I don't really care about him.
Yeah, just solo Dola. Like, I think it weakens Frieza as a villain Like if he needs other people. It's like the whole point is we want Super Saiyan Blue to look strong, but we also want Frieza to look strong. Like Frieza looked amazing in terms of power, but there's a lot of criticism of how he was presented in Resurrection F. Like he was taken more as like a side villain because how Goku Vegeta was just not taking him seriously.
Right. Hold on real quick, bro. Okay. Dude, where's my super chat? Listen, you're up next. You're up. You literally are up next. I want to tell you something though. If you're gonna come in here demanding me to get to your question, I don't give a fuck if you donate $100.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to wait till we get there, bro. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna answer it, but this like all cap shit. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Here's this question. Dan, I don't have anything to say except you're the Dragon Ball GOAT of YouTube. What the fuck? Why'd you yell at me to get to it?
Bro, I tell you this, bro. I have people who like say they love me. They love me for like over a decade, and then out of nowhere DM me a clown emoji because I didn't make a video they wanted. Like the extremes, the extreme.
I know, right? Like it's like you're bipolar, bro. I wasn't expecting him to say this.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing consistent flow of accurate lore and series development updates. P.S. Falconer is good. Falconer's music can be good, but as a man, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he didn't create everything by himself. So.
He created almost nothing by himself, but takes credit for it.
Exactly. So, but yeah, just
let y'all know. Compliment towards you. Well, I was going to. He was next. I mean,
no, just letting y'all know, bro. Like we're just normal people like you. Like if I don't know, it's you can't just say you can't give people the greatest praise in the world and think that excuses you talking to him any type of way after. Like we're not saying he meant to be disrespectful, but
no. I know with the all caps, I know he was trying to be.
Yeah.
But what made me laugh is like, and this should prove that I don't proofread questions. I literally do not. I don't read your question until I get to it.
Yeah.
So you could be writing some out of pocket shit, and I won't even see it until it's your turn.
And you also got to remember too, we can't hear your voice, so like we're going to read it the way we're interpreting it. So if you have it written a certain type of way, you can't blame people for misinterpreting you because we can't hear your voice.
Yes, but thank you for the compliment.
Thank you for
the Falconer guy. Dude, I did a concert on my channel with those guys. They'll be back on my channel at some point. Also, right now, like as of today is 2:10. I don't have any. So here's where I'm at. I don't have any other new information just yet. Like there's nothing really cooking right now. I'm saving some other shit for later, like Goku Black stuff, but and we'll talk about that some other time.
Right.
But right now they're just like what's going on now is they're just working on this remake, so there's not like a flood of news. I do have information on Age 1000 on that new game. My problem is that I swore to the person who told me that I would not make a video out of it, so
yeah,
I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I want to. But I found out some real interesting shit about that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, bro. They should use Falconer music for granola and change the name. Brother, listen to me.
It's not happening.
Listen to me, my brother in Christ. Bruce Falconer sued Crunchyroll. I'm sorry. He sued Funimation in 2005. He took them to court.
Bro,
he's never coming back.
People need to stop living in the past, bro. Like I just don't know what to tell people. Like, oh my god. Like,
he also didn't do any of the music.
Yeah, like again, I can like the original American music in certain facets, but people got to be honest, bro. Like it's not happening again. And also too, like I like it when episodes have silence every once in a while. Like I love that shit as a kid, but it'll be music playing all the time. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that there's going to be fan edits because there's always a fan edit.
Yeah.
But Bruce is never coming back.
You got to let it go.
I mean, I'm just saying he sued them.
Yeah.
And I remember I once did a stream where I asked everybody, I go, if I sued you for $10 million, would you ever rehire me again if you didn't have to? And everybody was like, nope.
Yeah. It's like people just got to be realistic, man.
He sued him for 10 million, bro. All right. This is from Najem Burris. If y'all remember the DBS BOG anime, well, I don't want to, but you're right. UI was foreshadowed. Not really. You could tie it back to some of that, but it really wasn't foreshadowed because Toriyama wasn't really he didn't really know.
However, it fits, but it's not like it was intentional, but it fits though.
Yeah, it's like Gohan in the Cell Saga. It wasn't like Toriyama knew when he first introduced Gohan that he was gonna do that with him, but he knew he had some kind of plan. He goes on to say, I would love it if the enhanced version, they did it again, but with other arcs. See, I do agree with him that now that they're going back.
Yeah, put that more in. Yeah.
Yeah, like now that they're going back, they could do more stuff like that. I think that's okay.
How Goku instinctively dodged Frieza, Golden Frieza by accident or something. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I mean, they could. They could. Yeah. Okay, Air Dog. Frieza steals the Senzu and fights Vegeta at full power and still loses. This makes Vegeta's victory more meaningful than Vegeta beating tired Frieza.
I like that.
That's like a Cell thing.
Bro, for me, like, look, this has always been a thing with me. My friends know it. I hate when stories nerf characters because they're too lazy to figure it out. Like, if Vegeta wins, purely wins, because again, look, either way, Goku and Vegeta both beat Golden Frieza. Goku's is more of a real win. He just got hoed because we all know most of the time they're not going to allow Goku to just get a straight up win. Like, they like to bring in the team. They like to make it a team win. But if Vegeta's able to beat Golden Frieza at full power, which he should be, like he's around the same level as Goku. He just got to outlast him. That'll be fucking fire. And then you can have Super Saiyan God Vegeta. This might, look, I'm just thinking about this off the fly, right? This can show the future of the God switching thing. If they use God, right, and then wait till Frieza is starting to weaken, then go blue and beat his ass, that'll be fire. Because, like, let's just imagine, right? Because I'm not the biggest fan of Perfected Blue, but let's see if they keep the weakness that before the Future Trunks saga, Goku and Vegeta can't use Super Saiyan Blue at full power for long, right? That was like the biggest weakness in the manga. So what if, like, I don't know, Goku and Vegeta are using the God form, wait till Frieza starts getting weakened, then use the blue, knowing they can only use it for so long, and then they win. I don't know. That'd be a way to, like, tie in both things together so we can kind of continue that down the road. I think you're muted. I can't hear you. I don't know if they can.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What I said was I agree with you, and I hope we really see that. If they don't do it here, I'm not going to be like mad, but the Universe 6 tournament would be they have to do it there.
And I need Blue Kaioken to stay, goddammit. Like, you can have God, Blue Kaioken. Like, introducing Blue Kaioken to Tournament of Power, it's just not going to hit because we know he's losing to Jiren. Have Blue Kaioken be in the fucking Universe 6 arc, man.
I agree with you, bro, but they're not going to have Chozetsu dynamic because it'll be a different song, but I hope whatever music they pick slaps.
Yeah, like, keep the form, goddamn, the technique. Like, because what's the point of doing that against Jiren so you can shit on it? No, have him do it against Hit. I don't know.
Right. He says, I thought you missed me because you were reading donations that came in after me. I'm reading them as they come in on my screen. Yeah,
you good, Brian. You good.
Yeah, you're good. I'm going up and down. I did skip ahead to one earlier, but that's we're on the topic, so no worries. So I actually like Air Dog's
I like this. Vegeta gets a meaningful W.
Yes. The Big Bang attack is slower than Goku's Kamehameha because it also ties back to Whis lesson being wound too tight, costing precious seconds. Yeah, but
I don't know that's a factual thing. I don't even think that's a factual thing.
Not only that, but I think he's missing the point that you and I were making.
Yeah.
If you rewatch the movie, I can put the clip of it if you want.
Yes, the beat ready.
Right, and then all of a sudden, you hear Goku say Frieza, and Vegeta and Frieza both look up, and then and
then Vegeta teleports away.
Right. That's why to make it right, it has to be the warp Kamehameha. He has to warp in and blast Frieza, and Vegeta's like, what the fuck? Like right in front of him. What'd you just do? That's because it's not that. Look, Goku killing Frieza pissed off a lot of people. We know that, right?
Yeah.
Instead of it being Vegeta. But it's not, but the execution of it was bad.
Well,
because the execution of it should have been faster.
Like, all I'm saying is, if Goku has enough time to yell Frieza,
right,
he can say, Vegeta, kill him, and it will still work, either through telekinesis or not. So it doesn't change anything. And also, Vegeta still learns a fucking lesson. I don't know what's so hard about this one. I might sound like an asshole, but I don't know what's hard about this one. I don't know.
I don't. Let me see if I can get that part pulled up, bro, because I want people to see the issue here. This is the Trunks version of.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I have to remove the super chat.
Yeah, I'll say mute it just in case of like copyright or not. But
a Big Bang attack is slower. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to jump around, guys, because I am gonna get copyrighted. Yeah, that's what he should tell him again in the as he goes.
It's in his fucking face. It's right there.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Did I fuck up and hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
No. Hold on. That was I hit the wrong. It's my fault.
I can't see your browser, so I'm just.
Yeah, right. No, I hit the wrong like my thing. Okay, right. See, like, look. Okay,
this is enough time
to him.
And why did the beam disappear? Like, it's right. Look,
why did Vegeta power down?
Like, all
he's right in front of you.
I'm not like Goku's my number one guy, but I can say this. This is one of those where it's like God had to come in and make Vegeta not kill him, bro. And even Frieza having enough time in his final form while Vegeta's at his peak. It's so much shit you got to do to make this even believable. Just have Vegeta kill him, bro, and he could kill him and permanently kill him later down the line. And just wipe your hands of it. Or instead of this, Goku teleports in. If you still want to fuck over Vegeta, you just fuck him over the better way.
Right, it would have made more sense.
Oh,
yeah.
My God.
I mean, look how long it takes for him to do it.
Look
how long look at this. Does it really? Is it really? Come on, man.
Bro,
you're telling me Frieza couldn't move?
Bro, you know the funny thing is, Frieza could have blew up the planet by the time that beam hit him. He still could have. So it's like, don't tell me that Vegeta couldn't shoot this man. Vegeta had the beam on him, and he allowed
his face,
to do it.
Bro.
So
point blank range, though.
This is one of the worst parts about this arc. Because I'm not one of saying that this is the worst arc ever or this is the worst movie ever. But come on, bro. Kira Toriyama, my goat, was fucking trolling.
That might not have, but that might not have been him.
It might not have been him. Whoever was doing it was trolling.
He wrote but what he should have written in the script is instantaneous movement Kamehameha. Yes. He should have made it clear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Maybe in his mind he thought, it should have been faster.
And don't get me started on how I still think God Key should allow them to survive the vacuum space because it's fucking God Key. But main point big is that the entire idea of Frieza just right in someone's face. Like, imagine someone has a gun to your head, but you have enough time to blow up the planet and no one pulls the trigger. Like, what are we talking about, yo? Like, I crap on people crap on Final Flash, Big Bang Attack. They make all types of jokes. Big Bang Attack is not that slow. Where Goku do an entire chant and a charge up from a football yard away and blast a motherfucker. What are we talking about? Like, no, it's just
you're right. No, bro, it's inarguable. I think that needs to be executed.
Sorry, that made me animated as hell because I'm just like, what are we talking about, bro?
Because and the movie just doesn't hold up, so that's why we're trying to make it better. Common Rider 64. When do you think we'll get the next Shonen Jump crossover game? I have no clue, bro.
Yeah,
zero clue. Jump Force was the last one, and it wasn't that well received, so I have no clue. Okay. Blues Clue says, I feel like DBS Broly plus Granola having his main goal be to become taller and to beat Goku and Vegeta, sort of resetting his character post TOP. I don't think he's interested in the gods anymore. Well, you might be right about that. Like, I don't think you're out of pocket for that. Frieza does seem to be a little bit more chill. And remember, he knocked out Goku and Vegeta. He didn't kill them, and he could have as Black Frieza. So, I don't disagree. I think there is a possibility he might not care anymore.
Well, I think it's Frieza
working his way up to get there.
Well, I just think it's Frieza's taking Goku's like I think he's learning from Goku.
Yes,
I think
that's for sure.
Yeah, so like I think Frieza's still evil as shit. I just think he's doing what Goku did to get stronger. Same way Vegeta's taking Goku's approach. Everyone's learning from Goku how to be their best selves.
Thank you, bro.
And I think Frieza is learning from Goku. And he's like, okay, let me do what Goku did to me. Because mind you, he even saw that in a Tournament of Power where Frieza gave Goku his ki. It's like he's learning from Goku.
I'm so happy you said that, bro, because me and Jordan, I feel like we're talking to a fucking brick wall sometimes when we tell him, like,
hey, me and Jordan be talking a lot too.
Yeah, I mean, and Jordan likes to debate a lot too sometimes. Like, I don't agree with everything he says, but we've been saying this for a while. And actually, Speed Punch just dropped in saying, have you made the Goku Effect video? I actually do have a video that I made that's not up yet about what we're talking about how Goku changed Frieza, going all the way back to their fight on Namek. Like I have panels and screenshots of Frieza changing, not becoming a good guy, but becoming a martial artist.
He's learning, becoming a martial artist instead of just like a regular dictator. It's like, wait a minute, I have a lot of potential, and this Saiyan that I thought was below me is actually doing better than me. It's like, it's kind of like a messed up way of how Vegeta became a better character. It's just that Vegeta became a good guy.
Yeah, he actually got a wife and kid, whereas Frieza doesn't give a shit about any of that.
He just wants the power.
Yeah. All right. JXV, do you think they'll change Trunks in Goku Black arc? It depends on what you mean by
I hope they don't, bro. Because like,
well, what does he mean by change Trunks? Like, I need more context.
Well, I'm gonna assume he means like how Trunks played a role he did in the manga, where he's like, a lot weaker. He doesn't have Super Saiyan rage and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the anime. Trunks
yeah,
a
like
bit more.
I don't give a damn. It doesn't make no sense. At least he's a main character in his fucking arc. Like, what are we talking about? It's his arc.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I actually like the Spirit Bomb sword.
I like it too. It doesn't even have to make sense. I like it.
I wish they would explain it, but you're right.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think they're gonna change him. I mean, I hope he has a better ending, maybe.
Yeah, that's what we all want. Like, it's not super terrible, but I just wish it was executed better.
I don't think Son TJ gets this reference, bro. He says, "You ever seen a ginger snap?" Do you get that reference?
No.
That's from wrestling from
2010. Okay.
From 2010, bro.
Gotcha.
No, 2012? Yeah, that's a wrestling reference. Akumachip. Moro English voice should be Lord Ainz from Overlord. So I tried typing that in earlier. Is it Ainz with a Z or with an S? Because I looked it up and I can't hear his voice, bro. So maybe you're right. I don't know. Are you familiar with what he's talking about?
No, that's not my
I've never seen it either. And Moscow Brave. DBS coming back seasonal, wouldn't that mean we wouldn't get Granola until 2020, 2030 or 2035 at the latest? Bro, think about what you're saying. You're telling me it's going to take them 10 years to animate the Granola arc?
Yeah, I think that big ass gap in Dragon Ball Super has kind of made people think that it's always going to be like that. Like, no.
I don't. Look, I don't know how long the gap is or if there will ever be a gap when it comes to Granola and Moro, right? But 2035 or 2030, okay, if we do the math, right? Moro starts, let's say Moro starts October of next year. Yeah. It'll probably be done by, let's say, August, maybe September, maybe July. And then Granola would start right after that or a couple months later. So the latest would be 2028. It ain't going to be no 2030, bro.
Yeah, like, especially when you got like people like Matt. It was not Madhouse. Who's the ones doing Jujutsu Kaisen?
Madhouse is great.
Yeah. So
Madhouse
like,
is great. Yeah.
But like, anime seasons are not taking that long of a gap anymore. So
yeah, Dragon Ball Super being gone for this long was a major behind the scenes problem.
Mappa, there we go. It's
Mappa, that's right. Yeah. Mappa's great. Yes. But they and actually Mappa helped out with Daima. They helped out with a couple scenes in Daima. I actually hope they do at least help with some of the super stuff. So yeah, bro, don't worry about that. All right, common reaction for is Bruce Falconer a jerk? Let's see. He takes credit for other people's work. At conventions, even if you're a guest at a convention, you want a picture, he'll tell you, okay, come to my table and pay me $20. He doesn't acknowledge the people that did the music with him. He tried to copyright strike me. He tried to copyright strike me on a video I made about him that was all public pictures and was all fucking like positive stuff. It was complimentary. And he tried to do a fucking GoFundMe to teach people how to play the piano. Is he a jerk? He's a fucking asshole. And I'm sorry. Listen, if this hurts little fucking feelings because you grew up with the music, tough titties, said the kitty. The good news is he didn't do the music. Scott Morgan, Julius DeBosch, Mike Smith, they did the fucking music. Bruce Falconer's a piece of shit who pretends that they don't exist because he wants all the credit. This motherfucker signs fucking he signs fucking Funko Pops and puts them on eBay for characters he doesn't even voice. He's got a Chi-Chi and a Goku Funko Pop signed by Bruce Falconer, bro. And dumbasses who don't know the difference between him and his music. Oh, Bruce is great. I love your music.
Yeah, it's just people need to remember that you got to separate the art from the artist. And there's a lot of people that you love music-wise.
He did 4 songs out of like 200.
Exactly. It's like you just because you like something does not mean you know that person's character or you know all the stuff they've done. So like, don't be so quick to defend someone you don't know, especially if you haven't done the research on them. And
you want to know what else? Because I've done the research. You know how much those guys got paid? This fucking Falconer score that everybody jacks off, right? Those got on. So at the time, Dragon Ball Z was the biggest fucking show on TV outside of maybe like South Park and sports, right? It was one of the biggest cartoons, right? Those motherfuckers were paid $11 an hour. $11 an hour to make music on the biggest cartoon of all time.
Just getting robbed. Like the same with the Power Ranger cast. Like the point where they had to get rid of the pretty much majority of the first cast.
They did.
Yeah, because they was trying to get paid. Like a lot of people was getting robbed. Just robbed.
Why is it called the Bruce Falconer score if he only made 4 tracks?
We just
explained it.
Because it's easier for people to make someone a figurehead to give credit to a bunch of people. Same thing like in RIP,
because he doesn't want to credit anybody else.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because also people try to say that about Stan Lee, you know, but the reason why they did that because it's easier for people to look to someone as the one guy because it's hard for people to understand that it takes a team to make all this. It takes a whole group. So it's just easy to just say, well, Stan Lee, Marvel. When you know Stan Lee,
Bruce Falconer, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick. No, fuck that guy. Dude, like last year when he put up that GoFundMe, he wants people to pay him $500 to learn how to play the piano. Like, dog, I can learn that. Are you fucking nuts, though? Who the fuck do you think you are, Hans Zimmer? Who the fuck? Motherfucker wanted $500 to teach you how to play the piano. He's like, oh, I've done all these shows. Bro, you've done Dragon Ball Z and you weren't even the guy that did it. Fuck that guy, bro.
Yeah, it's so funny that like, you know, people criticize like Sean Schimmel, other people when the real asshole is right there, but they're like, no, you know, we're gonna I don't know. People just selective outrage.
Bro, Sean's not perfect, right? And he has been like out of control sometimes. But the thing with Bruce is that I think Bruce's bullshit is like less known because he's not a public figure.
Exactly.
But he has milked the fucking fact that he did Dragon Ball Z, even though he didn't even do it.
Exactly. Like, so I just think, man, if you want to try to put some mad smut on people's names, like Sean or the other voice actors, bro, do it to the guy who's actually doing the fuck shit, bro. That's all I'm trying to say.
And the fact that, like, bro, like a month ago, I saw him do an interview on a podcast, and he's like, well, the Kikuchi score didn't really have centric music. And I'm thinking to myself, yes, it did, you fucking moron. And then he's like, I try to do that with my music. He always says my music. He always fucking says that. My music. If he said our music, like me and my team,
I would give him
a break. No, he always says my music. He never, ever fucking says our. If he said our music, I wouldn't even be mad. But it's always my music. Fuck that guy, bro. Anyways, let's keep going. Jim Cummings for Moro changed my mind. I won't change your mind because that's a good choice. Cuban Superman. Air Dog says Frieza trains longer, gets true, so they use fusion.
Nah, I don't want Fusion. No,
For Resurrection F, no.
Yeah,
Maybe
nah.
later, like if it's a Black Frieza thing, sure, but not for
Yeah,
Resurrection.
because we still got to, because Frieza still his first time seeing Fusion is in the Broly movie, so it's
Right.
that wouldn't work. So
Yeah, right. It would change everything. Speed Punch. I'm waiting for Geekdom 1 sub fan versus 20 dub fans. I want to do that, bro. I want to do one. I want to do
that'd be
me versus 20 Falconer.
so. Oh, that'd be
Bro, I would
so
love
toxic,
that,
bro.
bro.
Because all you're doing is arguing against a brick wall. Like there's some people
I
who are
know.
like,
All I'm gonna hear is it's what I grew up with. That's all I'm gonna hear.
exactly.
That's all it's gonna be. It's what
I
I grew
can't
up
talk
with.
to certain people where they can't acknowledge they're wrong and they just get upset because they don't know how to respond to you. So they just start destroying your character because they don't know how to respond. It's so freaking frustrating.
It's just, but it's always, but it's. I've been in this fucking fandom, bro, for fucking 25 years. Even though I've only been public for 10, and it's always the same shit.
It's like that with every fandom too, but it's something about the Dragon Ball one where it's like,
but it's
bro,
always it's what I grew up with. It's never
yes.
this is better. No, it's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
This again. Doesn't Sean Schimmel hate other Goku? Didn't I debunk this? Like
yes, like it's
ago?
like, bro, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the
Stop
misinformation.
Fucking reading the internet, bro.
The misinformation be so like there's not even fair misinformation because it's all negative.
And
Sean.
nobody ever looks up if it's true or not.
Nothing. Like it's all negative for Sean, but it's all positive for Bruce. And like, oh, that's so frustrating. I met Sean in person. Great dude, at least from my experience.
I mean, look, bro. Sean is not perfect. Sean has definitely been flawed.
No one
and he did. The truth is, he did make comments about the other Gokus years ago, but that shit's been squashed.
He's a human being.
It's been squashed for 6 years. I
think what kills me too is that, like, listen, me and you are public figures. You're a bigger public figure than me, but like, if people always notice every single mistake you made, it has been years, and they're still bringing it up like that shit happened yesterday, you'd be fucking pissed too.
But
it's
bro,
like,
but they did. But TJ, bro, people brought up 29. That's the one thing people always fucking bring up when it comes to me. You were wrong in 2019. Fuck the fact that you got everything right with Super. You got everything right with Broly. You got everything right with Daima. You got everything right with everything. Everything, all the bro. It's like you could fucking save 100 lives. The minute you murder one person, you're a murderer. That's a little bit extreme, but
it's extreme.
But dude, I have been on point with my information going back to 2015. And the one fucking time that didn't come true, these fucking sorry motherfucking virgins have to bring that up. And it's always the same shit. It's 2026, bro. Can you come into the present?
So just
and the funny thing is, I've already explained what happened. With proof. I've shown proof.
It's just a reminder yet again, like, of course, just remember that these people are human too. And yes, a person can have a bad moment, but it doesn't define them for everything they ever do in their entire life.
No, here's what happened. And this is the truth. There were people who were waiting for me to fucking make a mistake.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Sean, but yeah.
Well, him too. But it's like there are people who are waiting for me to make a mistake so they can jump on it. And all that shit goes back to envy. I will never forget this as long as I live. In 2018, I had a problem on my YouTube channel where I got 7 copyright strikes from Toei Animation. 7, right? I was this close to losing my channel.
I remember that.
I'll never forget this, bro. I got sent a screenshot from Facebook of people cheering the fact that I was going to lose my fucking living.
Yep.
And I remember reading that and I was like, what the fuck did I do to these people for them to be happy that I'm going to lose my fucking job? Like, think about that, bro. I didn't even know these people.
It comes down to just being confident in your craft. Like, I've been told all the time, because I talk so, like, I talk in a way.
You do have to have the hot takes, though. But that's it, though.
But here's the thing, like, I talk in a way where I feel like I know what I'm talking about, but it makes people feel uncomfortable.
Amen.
It makes people feel insecure, so they think that I'm this condescending, like, smart ass.
Yes.
Like no, like, I'm just confident what I'm saying. I could be wrong. You could prove me wrong, but it's the way I deliver with so much confidence. It makes people feel like you can't tell him nothing. All this is happening in their own head before they even talk to me, because they're so used to me talking with, like, this time I could be, unconfident. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking away because I feel like I've done enough research. A lot of people don't move like that.
Right. And I'm just like you. I think the word that you're looking for is curt. You're very curt. You're very very to the point. I remember somebody asked me a question on Twitter, of course, bro. And I responded back with the answer. It wasn't rude. It wasn't, I was just like, no, it's blank. You don't have to be such a fucking dick about it. What?
Yeah.
And whenever I read that, I'm like, dog, every time I read something like that, I think to myself, buddy, when you get out into the real world, you're going to have a hard time.
People just have these confirmation biases. And again, like the internet, it's all how they read it in their head. And they have an idea of you already. They're going to read it a certain type of way. Granted, we've all been guilty of it, but it's just people need to recognize. Right. People need to recognize that you already have a preconceived notion of me. So you're going to assume that
you heard something about so-and-so and it must be true.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got like 7 more. We're going to get out of here. So excerpt, I'm happy for the possible ending change in Trunks arc. I would not. Don't get your hopes up about that.
Hey, it's possible. But
it's possible, but I'm call it a hunch, bro. I don't know if they're going to change it. We'll see. Freaking Brian, I apologize for the all caps. No, you don't have to apologize, bro. It's fine. I thought it was funny. No disrespect. I thought I skipped because you were reading donations that happened after I sent mine. Fuck Bruce. I love the score of the actual musicians. Yeah, bro. Scott, Mike, and Julius are great. They will be coming back to the channel very soon because I'm going to interview all 3 of them individually. And we're going to go real deep into this shit. Like, you're going to really know about Bruce. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you again, bro. Like I said, I'm reading them as they come through. So maybe on your screen, you sent yours and somebody else got hit my shit before yours. I don't know, but I don't skip super chats unless it's an accident. Akuma Chip, Lord Ainz Ual Gown is his full name. Overlord.
Okay. I've heard of Overlord. I just never read
Me
it.
too, but I don't know who this Ual Gown is. I want to hear it. I'm not trying to pull it up so we can hear it.
Is he like a manhwa? I don't know.
Okay, I'm finding videos, but they're not they're not like they're wait a minute, hold on. Okay, hold on. I may have actually found something. Stand by, y'all. Stand by. Hold on. I may have actually found something. Overlord. Here we go. All right. So let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, let's see if this is that guy.
I feel like it's an edit, though.
I mean, he looks badass, but I can't hear his voice. Let's go back.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a TikTok edit.
This one, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to play too much.
But that's hold on, English dub. That's like, I want the dub because I want to hear.
Yeah, that's dub right there. That's dub. Just be careful with the copyright there.
Your glory, your majesty. Our only wish.
I know. I just want to hear him talk.
Please accept it.
I mean, he looks fucking
crazy.
He
looks cool. Get this motherfucker talk. We're waiting for the talk, man.
You know what? I've never seen this show before, but I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Give him.
Bro. Oh, wait,
okay,
here we go.
now finally.
Give him a proper burial.
Okay.
That fits. Yep.
Yeah, okay,
that fits. That fits,
I like
bro.
it. I like it.
I only heard 2 seconds of it. It fits.
Yeah.
It fits. That's a good Moro, especially like when he's old.
What's up, Bagu? Yeah.
So is he somebody you know like personally or just a mark for your channel?
Subscriber for my channel.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here, bro. But yes, I like that voice a lot, dude.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. Phoenix King. Have Champa give Frieza destructive energy. He runs into Frieza during the search for the Super Dragon Balls and tells him to distract Beerus. Have Vegeta show off Blue first and beat Frieza like in the game, Kakarot, and the end is the same. So
that's a lot.
You're doing a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of deviations.
Yeah, it's a lot of deviation. I'm not okay. I don't know about Champa. I don't know about that, bro. About Champa meeting Frieza.
Yeah, because even in Kakarot, it still ends the way the movie did. Just Goku just beats Frieza without without Vegeta even fighting, and Kakarot Goku just beats him.
I've never.
Yeah. And Kakarot is they do a lot of differences. Like for example, Gohan can still go ultimate and stuff, but pretty much Goku just beats Frieza without the time rewind. He just beats him and just kills him with a Kamehameha. So yeah,
yeah. You know what? The time rewind is kind of like a big like hack that kind of bugs me a little bit. But you know what? Okay. Okay, you said that Goku beats Frieza, not Vegeta in the Kakarot game?
Yeah, in the Kakarot game, he just beat because there's a whole animation behind it. He just beats him up, kills with the beam, and he's just like, whoo, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't mean that, but so he's basically saying that Champa's gonna teach Frieza how to use God Ki early, right? And I'm not entirely against that, but I also feel like wouldn't that be something that would have happened later on in the timeline?
Yeah, like I don't mind how the manga did it, where they had like they showed that Champa was like somewhat responsible for some of the Frieza soldiers. I forgot what it was in the manga, but it's like a nice continuation until we get to Universe 6. Like I don't mind introducing Champa so it's like a connective tissue, but I just feel like people. Hey, all I'm saying is that's why I have some stakes on my list as unrealistic and was realistic. I just feel like once you get to that part, you're setting yourself up for disappointment when you're asking for those many things.
Do you think Champa? Do you think that he would actually do that for Frieza? Like, why would he do that? That's the part where I'm.
Yeah, I don't see no reason for him to do anything like that. Like, yeah, no, I don't really see it.
There would have to be a reason. Yeah, if you can come up with a reason, let me know. Yeah. Thank you. Enzineg.
Be careful.
Or man. Yeah, no, I better be careful.
Anyway, go ahead.
We were going down a dark path there, bro.
Black History Month. Yeah, you see it.
Danny, you've risen above the hate and have become the doctor of Dragon Ball. Not the doctor of Thugonomics. They're mad because they want to be like you but can't. Well, this was what I'm telling you about was back in 2018. I mean, I've still got haters now, bro. In fact, I've even got one guy. There's one guy out there, bro. I'm not going to say no names, but he's been like on my dick for like years and has never stopped. And it just makes me laugh because like it puts a smile on my face that I can live that rent free in someone else's head that they're always thinking about me.
I got my own J. Jonah Jameson, so I get you.
Yeah, it really is like J. Jonah Jameson, except he's a fucking moron. But one thing I've said this before, I need a higher class of hater, bro. Like all my haters are really dumb people. Like I read the shit they say, they're all like broke losers. I wish I had a hater that was like a winner, bro. Like I'm just saying, I wish I had that. Then it would at least I would have a higher. It's like what Joker said, bro. Higher caliber of villain. Okay, I'm not saying your name again because I'm not gonna get in trouble. Big respect to you, content creators. I know it can be frustrating as hell to repeat yourself on topics you explain. I'm a lot better about it than I used to be, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a lot better about it than I used to be. There was a time where I was real bad. All right, Saying Xac says W stream with Son TJ. Cool as fuck, like he did braids too. Talking about your hair?
Yeah, he likes my braids. Yeah.
Yeah, you do it, but you have somebody else do them for you,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. No, he just say he likes my braids.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh fuck! I just remembered I was supposed to call. I need a haircut, and I'm too cheap to pay $20 for it, so I'm gonna go to the barber college down the road.
I paid $50 for my lineup to beard, so. And then my braids cost like 50 something because of my hair.
Yeah, I think for me, if I want to do the whole beard and the hair, it's like at least 40, right? And I do my own beard, so but yeah, prices have gone up. I used to pay $13.
Bro, I think my haircut used to be like $30 when I first moved here. Then just kept. Hey, at least it's not LA. LA, they charge the motherfuckers like $100 for a basic cut. 120. So yeah,
and you know there's people that get their hair cut every 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I can't because I gotta make sure my hair rebraided because I don't want no one pushing my shit back. Yeah, I make sure to get my hair rebraided first.
Yes. Now, as far as the beard goes, I mean, I trimmed my beard yesterday, but I'm never gonna get rid of it entirely because I look like Shrek if I have no facial hair.
I have so much regret because I remember I met you at CommandCon too. I don't know why I shaved my beard off, and I always look back at those pictures like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like,
the best part is you were walking around with no shirt on the entire weekend.
All right, bro.
So people can see how jacked you are, bro.
But
No,
yeah,
I thought it was hilarious.
I always look back at those photos like, man, why did I shave? But I was running track. I was still in D1, still doing D1 sports.
Yeah, you were running. I remember that.
Yeah. So,
but bro, it's man, like it makes me sad because there's a picture of like there's a picture of us at the restaurant, and there's like a bunch of people there with us, and like at least half of those people I don't talk to anymore. And it's not like my fault. I mean, some of it is my fault, but like I guess that's how it is in life.
Yeah, things just change. Also, for the people asking, my hands get clammy, so I like to, that just is what it is. It's not like a heated towel or nothing. It's just my hands get clammy.
I'm part black. I'm my dad was a quarter black, so I'm 1/8 black. Because Cubans, if you ever look at Cuba, bro, we have very diverse. Like, there's no racism there. Everybody, it's like a rainbow there. Yeah. But I still got to do lotion once in a while because I do get the ashy skin, bro. So
yeah, I just sweat easily, so I just try to make sure that my hands are good. That's because even when I go to fighting game tournaments, like I'd be like playing Tekken or something. I'm like, well, hold up. Like I'll be on my controller, like hands get a little clammy. Hold up. So
yes. Anyways, that does it for the super chats. Is there any other change you want to talk about before we get out of here with Resurrection F?
My biggest change, even though I feel like it's out there, like we stated, man, I think it's the best change I ever said, was having Goku dodge sword rays being while in base. Frieza's the one who delivers it. I think that's one of the best changes. I think a very realistic change is that have Goku being Saiyan Beyond God to turn into Super Saiyan God. Then we see Super Saiyan God go blue. Like, seeing Goku go from God to blue should not have only happened like as a transformation to like the Tournament of Power or the Broly movie where we see a legit transformation. I feel like this should happen right there so people would know that this is the next step to Super Saiyan God, because people was confused for a long ass time. So I feel like that could just cut it out the way.
Do you think they should still have base Goku fighting Form 4 Frieza?
Yeah, for a little bit. Okay. And I think even though I think it was badass that Goku was beating the hell out of Final Form Frieza, like it was nothing. I just think it's a crazy jump for him dominating Final Form Frieza to losing the Golden Frieza. It's like, I feel like Final Form Frieza should be a little bit equal. Then Goku goes God. Like, either way, it just showed that he's using the God power in his base. So him going God, because remember in the movie manga that Toriyama did, you actually see God while he's punching.
That's right.
Like, have him just
when
turn
they were
God.
Training.
Yeah, just have him just turn God instead. Like, either way, I think it proves the point of what Saiyan Beyond God is, because we all know that Goku's base is way stronger than it ever was, and he's God tier in base. We should know that. So him going God on top of that shouldn't confuse people, at least in my opinion.
Okay. Fred says going from God to blue will remove the impact blue had. Completely disagree. It's actually the opposite, and I'll tell you why. Number one, the impact is already over, bro, because this fucking shit's 11 years old. Yeah. Everybody knows already. But let's just, for the sake of argument, leave it in there. If they go from God to blue, it actually increases the impact, because we just saw Super Saiyan God go toe-to-toe with Beerus, and for Goku to say, just like how he did in Daima, when he's like, I have one more surprise.
Yeah.
That would actually be more dope. If he's fighting Frieza and God, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to have to whip out the true strongest form I have. Yeah. And then he goes to blue. It would actually be the opposite.
That confuses me, because that's like saying that Goku going from Super Saiyan 2 to 3 lessens 3. It's like, it's the form before the new one. Like,
I know, right? It actually makes it a bigger deal, because you just saw him fight Beerus and God.
Like, because that is so confusing, because we thought God was just deleted when we watched Resurrection Rev. Like, okay, I guess the God form is not there. I guess this replaces it. Like, I think it just clarifies things.
Did you, before Resurrection F came out, did you think he was going to do God in the movie? Because I did.
I was confused, like, because remember during that time, Akira Toriyama said that Super Saiyan, you can increase Super Saiyan that is better than all the other forms. Remember, like,
he said that 2 and 3 are just but they're just multipliers.
Yeah, they're just like mutations of Super Saiyan. So we had this idea that like Goku's just going to fight in base. Remember, there's a part of the fan base that they just don't want Goku to have forms at all. I will never agree with those people. But like,
I mean, I don't want him to have any more forms.
Exactly. I think UI is it. But
let's leave it.
But there's a part of the fan base that just wants Goku to fight in base forever, right?
I think it's because of End of Z. He fights Ub in base. You know what I mean?
But it's pretty clear he's holding back. Like, I think he's about to do the Kamehameha, and that's when the fight ends because he realized Oob can't even fly. So it's pretty on the nose there. But yeah, I just thought that Goku, like, I thought he might just use Super Saiyan because the last time we saw him battle gods, that he was in base of Super Saiyan. So like, we didn't know if God was ever going to come back, even though he did that one rage moment in God. It was just that entire trailer just looked like he was fighting in base. Even Goku, we saw, like, that scene where he gets kicked after getting shot with the beam. He's like dying. They showed that in the trailer, so it just made it seem like maybe he's just fighting in base. So yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't know the order of things. So yeah, and then and yes, Fred, you're right. People did hate Super Saiyan God. We actually mentioned that.
Yeah.
Way earlier in the stream.
The tune changed. Like, it's so funny because, like, people like Blue for a little bit, but then, the name got confused and everything, and then people said it got overused, even though I think that's been overblown. But now it's like people like the forms that quote unquote get underused because they feel like it's more special. And I feel like if God gets used more now, people will be like, I feel like it's being used a lot because I don't know, motherfuckers a sheep. Let's keep it a bean. Like, people just like the most popular opinion, so it is what it is.
Well, you know what? I remember when Super was first running, one of the things that I said that I still don't entirely understand, except for marketing reasons, is I never understood why he went back to using Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. Like in the Universe 6 fight, we see Goku in yellow-haired Super Saiyan, and I remember being very confused because once you hit God forms and once you can do, Saiyan Beyond God, God, and then Blue, why the fuck would you ever go back to using regular ki? Now, you can sit there and say shit like, oh, maybe it conserves energy. No, that's not how it works, bro. Like, that when Goku and Vegeta broke regular ki and started using God ki, there was no reason for them to go back, but they still did.
Especially with Super Saiyan God, where Super Saiyan God seems kind of like how Super Saiyan 4 was in GT, where it's like this perfect form that doesn't have any stamina issues. So, like, the only thing I can say is, like, usually with Goku and Vegeta as martial artists, they don't want to, well, at least Vegeta, I don't know, Goku is the main one. Vegeta want to kill people straight up. But Goku is usually the one he wants to test his opponent and see where their head's at, then go into it. So it makes more sense with Goku. Vegeta, I guess it works better in Universe 6 because it's a tournament, so he's trying to preserve himself. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, I understand them doing like the golden haired forms for like to show it to people, but for me, and again, this is just me, I thought when Saiyan Beyond God was introduced, that was going to be sort of like Goku's way of testing people because we see him fight Frieza like that first. So I thought from now on, right, base Saiyan Beyond God Goku was going to be the guy fighting everybody first before he jumped to Blue.
Yeah, I just think, like, kind of like how Daima did, is that when you should always have the forms fight someone that's around that form's level so they can win, so the form still feels special. Like, you had Goku fight Tamagami 1, and he won, and so actually won Super Saiyan 2, but Super Saiyan 1 felt strong. I just think they should continue that tradition. Like, I do agree with you logically. It makes no sense using any form outside the God forms, but I think for marketing purposes and just money-wise, if you're going to use the other forms, make sure they're fighting people that they can win against in that form. Like, if you're fighting, like, Khalifa in Super Saiyan 2, if Goku fights her Super Saiyan 2, he should win in that form, which they pretty much did in terms of power.
Well, you know what? One of the ideas, and this is something that I was thinking about, but I don't know if they're probably never going to do it. But one of the ways to like preserve the old forms is if they go up against a villain that's immune to God Ki. So, like,
and you saying 4,
right? That's what I'm saying. If someday they run into a villain who all the God shit doesn't work on them, then they can go back to using the Z shit.
You can argue
I would be perfectly fine.
You can argue Moro was kind of like that, but he was anti-everything. He was anti-everything.
Yeah, he turned them off. But yeah, no, I think if there's a villain, like, something like that where they literally can't even hurt the guy because he absorbs God Ki, then they have to switch to regular Super Saiyan. Like you said, 4. Then that would mean something again.
Yeah.
It's like the earlier how we talked about, like, Goku becoming a kid again being like kind of a lame idea. I thought it would have been cool if instead of becoming a kid again, they made it so that all the Z fighters lost their ki and couldn't use ki. They have to use their hand-to-hand combat. No fireballs, no flying, none of that shit, no teleporting, just back to being regular. They're still strong physically, but they're just regular fighters, I thought that would have been a great way to depower them temporarily.
It's tough because Ki is like everything, so like it's kind of hard. But I know what you mean, like nerf it to like a humanoid level, I guess is what you're saying. Because like that's just like human life in general. I guess you might argue Genki.
Yeah,
but
I'm saying they could do something like that for one arc.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
Goku and Vegeta and these guys can't transform. They can't fly.
Where Hercules/Satan can like actually fuck with them.
Yeah, of course they still lose, but
yeah.
So we got another two. We're gonna get out of here after this.
Yeah.
Phoenix King says Champa didn't want to be noticed getting Super Dragon Balls, right? Correct. Frieza confuses Champa for Beerus, and that gives Champa the idea to use Frieza to distract him. That's not gonna work, bro, because Frieza and Beerus know each other. He's not gonna confuse him for Beerus because he knows. Remember, Beerus.
Yeah, he's gonna say, Beerus, you gained some weight, didn't you?
Yeah, right.
Remember
that one image of skinny Champa from back then that you never saw again?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta find that. That's gotta be somewhere, bro.
I think that was like in the manga, like, like little extra drawings. I think
that's what it was. It was like a promo art. And it was like his tail like had like a hole in it or something. I don't know. All right, Super Skull Master. Isn't God Ki just normal Ki that you keep inside? No. If God Ki was normal Ki, no, brother. They explain that in order to utilize God Ki, you have to keep it inside, but it's not normal Ki. If you want to get more information on that, check out my Super Saiyan. Go to the YouTube channel and go look up Super Saiyan God Transformation Guide, and then watch that one, and then Saiyan Beyond God, and you'll understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Anyways,
I can understand the confusion there, though. But I understand,
me too. No, me too, actually. But I think a lot of these questions I've already answered years ago. So there's already content there for you to watch.
I feel for you. I'm not gonna lie. You pretty much done like every video you can for this series. So I feel for you.
Haven't though, but I haven't. I've got video topics I haven't even touched yet. I'm just waiting for more attention. Once Super comes back, bro, I'm gonna start dropping. I haven't done the history of Majin Buu, the history of Goku versus Vegeta. That's gonna be a deep fucking video. I got a series called The Strongest Artifacts in Dragon Ball, where I still have trust me, bro, I got a lot of, I'll never run out of content. I'll never run out.
All right.
Yeah, I'll never run out, bro. I mean, even if like, the series ends and even if they don't get any views, I'll do it for fun. I like talking about this shit.
Respect, man. I love Dragon Ball too, man.
Right. So everybody check out Son TJ. If you go to the description, it should be there, right? It should be in the description. Like, I know I tagged you.
Yeah. It says I am joined by Son Teacher, the tag there.
Okay, good. Yeah. Click on his channel, check him out. And I'm sure that I'm sure you'll be back, and I'm sure you'll be back not only to talk about more shit before the Super return, but during, because we're gonna have our eyes on this. Maybe when Resurrection F happens, maybe you can come back and review it with me or something.
I'm down, you know what I'm saying? The chat says they fuck with me, you know what I'm saying?
It's like a sequel to this stream.
Yeah. So I'm always, again, I have a lot of opinions about all this stuff, man. And I feel like we have good chemistry when we talk about this stuff. And again, I'm not one of those people where I'm just going to agree with, like, again, I'm not, I know he says I'm a hot take guy, but
sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to disagree, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. Like, and I will remember what people said too, because the same people who said they love Super Saiyan God, I remember what you said last time when it first came out. It just feels like you switched it because everyone else is saying the same thing. So regardless, it's okay to change your opinion. Just all I'm saying is just,
But bro, I've noticed that that's with a lot of shit. Like, oh, hey, Broly's coming back. What the fuck? And then the movie. Oh, that was a great movie. Superhero. We wanted cooler. Oh, yo, that movie was dope. Daima. We want Moro. Oh, did you see that fight? It's always the same.
I remember I had a video made on me because I criticized a content creator. I'm not gonna say their name, but it was like pretty much anti-Dragon Ball Super, right? And they just kept on changing why the Broly movie was going to be bad before it was the Broly movie. So when Broly was announced, it was like, oh yeah, this is going to be garbage because of Broly. I was like, bro, after a point, you can just say you're rooting for this movie to fail, but you don't know why it's going to be bad. You're just rooting for it to fail. And then I got this whole video made on me, regardless. People just need to keep it a bean. If you don't like Dragon Ball Super, no matter what it does, just say that. And we can keep it moving. Just keep it moving. But
and there's reasons not to like it, bro.
Yeah, like there's a lot of fair reasons, but it's just... just be honest, bro. Like, for example, I know One Piece is good, but I will crack jokes on its pacing and all a bunch of other shit, right? I can still say it's good, but it's like there's criticism. But some people, they just pick a side, they die on that side, and will never be honest. Like, I won't keep it a bean with you. I remember when I was reacting to the Dragon Ball Super event with the Moro arc was announced. I said, listen, if this shit's ass, don't expect me to validate you just because I like Super. If it's ass, I'm going to tell you. And luckily, it was a good event, and I was extremely happy. So,
I mean, every time they do one of those events, I'm always like, I
swear if I get another PNG, motherfucker, and I get one more mini Goku with no other information, I'm pissed. But yeah, so just know if you come to my channel, I will always state my opinion, keep it real with you.
At least you're being honest, though.
Yeah, just don't expect me to validate you just because, like, hey, we can agree to disagree. I can respect your opinion, but at least respect mine. That's all I say.
That's how I feel too. No, and it's true. Like I'm never look. I know people grew up with the fucking dub. I hear it every day, but I'm never gonna like change my mind on it. You will always look. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people that grew up on the dub because I also grew up on it, but it does objectively have problems. I might actually make it into a video. You know what's fucked up, bro? I actually have been thinking about making this video for a while, the problems with the Dragon Ball Z dub. But here's the wildest shit about this video. I don't want to have to do this, but I know I have to do it. I'm going to start the video by saying, before we get into this video, I want you to know that please understand, this is not meant to ruin your childhood.
You have to, right? It's unfortunate, but you have to in today's age.
I have to remind them, look, I am not trying to ruin your childhood. I'm not trying to be an elitist. I'm not a dub hater. Please understand that I'm just going to point you in the direction of facts as to why I have problems with the dub.
Because like me and Geekdom are cool, but I told him multiple times that like, yes, like the dub is not fully accurate, but I like some of it just by itself. Of it too. Yeah, so it's like, because Geekdom's more on the side where he's more of a like more original, where I can like both, right? And like he likes both. I'm not saying he doesn't, but like I lean towards a certain type of way, but I can be objective. Some people they take this shit as personal, and if you criticize something that they love, it feels like a personal attack, and that's just the internet in a nutshell. So you have to do this, and a lot of times people just ignore that shit anyway. But it is what it is.
Well, not just that, but I also think that like there's I think people have to understand you're allowed to criticize what you like and still like it. Like, you know,
like you can love something and find problems with it.
Yeah. And it's I forgot the point I was gonna make. I'm getting tired. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is I actually watch most of my anime dubbed. It's just with Dragon Ball, I can't because I know how much they changed. If they didn't change so much, I wouldn't care. But they did. And I feel like people, if they watch the sub, they would actually like it more. Well, like, I think people would understand the series better, you know.
Well, I think it's because of how invested you are in Dragon Ball compared to your investment in other series that's dubbed. Like
and autism.
Because you was way more invested. Like let's say a Naruto, right? You'll care about the same degree. I just think how much you're invested in Dragon Ball, you care about that. So I like watching anime and dub, depending. Like for example, Jujutsu Kaisen. I just think it's all about, because watching things as sub, it takes a lot of brain power because you're trying to watch all the cool anime, especially modern anime. That shit is just everything's happening. Then you got to read the subtitles.
You got to be a fast reader.
Exactly. It's a lot of, and also I like to multitask. I'm trying to edit a video, but
I can't do. I have to have Kai on or something. If
I need some dub if I'm multitasking, and you know.
Yeah, right. No, I agree with you on that 100%. It's just that there's so many things that were lost in translation that the real story provides. So that's kind of like my thing. Plus, you also got the manga too.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're getting out of here. Check out Son TJ's channel. As far as the next episode of this series I'm doing, I have no idea yet. I'm trying to bring in some guests, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, take care of yourself and each other. I'll probably back later this week with something. I'm thinking about playing Advanced Adventure on here, but I shouldn't gonna get no views, but whatever. I don't care. It's fun. Anyways, take care of yourself. See you soon.